575-6759.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Put it in the box!
This is your radio home for New York Mets baseball. 880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. Don.
Cool, man.
Hahn.
Don holding his hammer.
And Rosenberg.
Repug Don doesn't hold a candle to that pumpkin pie haircut of a freak.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing about that, the whole Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg thing.
Somebody's missing.
Yeah. No, listen, it's still Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't know if you could hear it yesterday in the program. I think he may have made mention of it. And when we were leaving, Don said he didn't feel great.
Yeah.
Well, now he's full on come down with something, and according to Anthony, who spoke to him today, I didn't. Sounded horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And as you could imagine, Alan, the timing of this illness, given tomorrow's event, the big event at Calandra's.
Big event.
It's not what you want, okay? Now, here's the situation, though. So tomorrow, ESPN New York is taking over Calandra's Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey.
Yeah.
3 p.m., special happy hour you're not going to want to miss.
No.
Hang out, talk sports. We're still going to be doing it. How about this? We still have the great Ken Danico stopping by, but hold on, keep waiting, though. There's more.
More?
That's right. Not only now will Danico come hang out with us, we have the great Rick DiPietro coming through as well.
Stop it. So much hockey.
And both Danico and DiPietro will hang out for the watch-along party after the show with me and Alan. So it's still all going down. We are bummed out that Don will not be there, and obviously he's very bummed out.
Yes.
But we still got
bro.
We got big screens, we got incredible food, a great atmosphere, a lot of hockey fans, Devils, Rangers, myself, Alan, Ken, and Rick all going to be there. You can still get reservations. A couple are left, 973-226-8889 if you want to hang out live at Calandra's Italian Village in Caldwell. So, Alan, a little bit of a bummer. We're going to make this thing awesome anyway.
Yeah, it sucks because our guy, won't be able to be there. And it's really, this was a celebration of Don as much as it was a celebration of hockey that we wanted to do. Don was so into this, wanted to do this. But, life happens, man. Life is what happens to you when you're busy making other plans.
Wow.
The great John Lennon once said. And so, we're going to push through for our guy. And what we decided to do was, tell you what, we're doubling down on hockey. We're loading up on hockey.
That's right.
For all of you hockey fans
That's right.
that want to come through, we said we know. You don't want a couple of jamokes like me and Peter to talk to about this stuff. You want real live hockey players who have dropped gloves, who have scored goals, who have done great things. You want to sit and watch hockey with guys like that.
That's right.
That's what we're bringing you. While Peter and I Irish exit at some point during the first period. No, we're just kidding.
So
we'll be there too.
We're going to hang with the people.
No, that was last week.
That's right.
Irish
exit was last week.
So no, we're going to hang with the people and have a good time. Obviously, it's a letdown that there's no Dom, but it's going to be fantastic. So the next thing we're working on is a WrestleMania watch party that I'm going to get sick before. That's the plan. And then a big Knicks party.
The Knicks first playoff game party that we do. I'll find something that'll happen.
So that's our plan moving forward.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to that, though, Alan,
we
have some baseball tonight.
We do.
Yeah, like you dream about.
And speaking of dreams, the dream story, the Cinderella story, if you will, that did not come to fruition.
No.
So instead, of course, it's the U.S. and Venezuela. And, of course, because Venezuela is a great team, loaded. And there's a lot of New York angles on both of these teams. So because so many of our audience, I think, convinced us that we need to take this a little more seriously, that we need to, put a little more into this, and maybe it's because the U.S. team hasn't shown the same enthusiasm for this tournament that some of the other countries have shown, that I'm looking at tonight, and I'm saying, you know what? This is chapter, Don likes to say, the DVD.
Mm-hmm.
This is chapter 1 to me in the DVD. The Yankees championship DVD.
All right.
And this chapter 1 will be when Aaron Judge was in a big moment, pressure situation, big spot, and came up huge in a playoff-like winner-take-all atmosphere to show he is, once and for all, a winner that he can be on the level of the guy he's compared to a lot, Derek Jeter. To me, I need Aaron Judge to give me something tonight. He had a great throw. That throw he had in the semifinal to take out Tatis at third base in an inning that felt like it was about to blow up on the U.S. That was a hell of a throw. That's a big-time play. I need it in a game like this. I can't have Aaron Judge give me an 0 for 3 or, with a walk and nothing really happens. I need Aaron Judge to have a stamp, a footprint, if you will, on this game. Take away the drop fly ball in the World Series and all the stuff that people mock him about. I need an Aaron Judge moment tonight that is chapter 1 in the Yankees World Series DVD for 2026.
I love this setup here. And here's the question I want to ask. And we'll open the phone lines, of course, 1-800-919-3776. We're going to get to a whole lot. Knicks talk as well. We have Knicks basketball tonight. We got to play Stephen A. Smith's interesting comments about the Knicks, so we'll do all that.
Yeah, how about that?
But here's my question for you Yankee fans. I want a moment of honesty, please. If Aaron Judge is a hero tonight and leads Team USA to victory in the WBC, and he has it in like the most clutch way possible, just be honest with me. Will you as a Yankee fan, not you, Alan, because I think you're sane, but to the more insane, will you, insane Yankee fan, truly celebrate the moment for Judge? Or will you actually be like, well, of course he does it there, but when is he going to do it in October? Like, I really wonder, Alan. Like, I think they'll cheer in the moment, and then I worry they'll use it and throw it right in his face. Like, it puts even more pressure on him. Now, it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if he gets up in a huge spot and he blows it, Alan, to your point, that reinforces the narrative people have built about this guy. And that's coming off of a postseason in which he batted like 500. It wasn't like, the most insane clutch moments from Judge, but it was a really good playoff performance, the best of his career.
Yes, he performed in the playoffs. His team didn't. And look, all great players are going to have the critics. In fact, I think if you're a great player, you have to have critics. If you don't have haters, you ain't popping. Right. And that's what I think you have with Aaron Judge. You're going to have those people. And the one thing you can find about him, because he's as close to perfect as you can be when it comes to a player, a batter, a personality, the way he is as a leader. He's really everything you can appreciate in an athlete, right? But we have to nitpick and find the bad. The bad is he is not at his best when his best is needed. And when he did have success, it didn't contribute to team success. It's so what? You're at bats. It's like A-Rod. You always, you got hits, but it didn't help anybody win. And I think he's dealing with that. I don't know if a Yankee fan should be like, oh, yeah, you do it now, but you don't do it in the World Series 2 years ago. I would say, well, maybe he has now conquered the clutch gene, which is of all the great things he's made of, clutch gene is not one of them. That's probably the most valuable thing, the element of every great player. The most valuable thing is the clutch gene. It's what makes you great, and he doesn't show that yet. Can he do it tonight in a moment? And if he does, how is it celebrated? Is it celebrated as, wow, that's a big spot, that's impressive, because he even said, the atmosphere is even better than a World Series, which means there's some juice to this. But if people tell me tomorrow, if he gives me a 3-run home run or a big hit in a big spot, something happens and it's a clutch moment, don't call tomorrow and be like, so what? It's a WBC. It doesn't mean anything. Not after yesterday. After yesterday, we were told that we're the ones that don't get it, that this is big, that it does matter. So if it does, this is the time that Aaron Judge needs to have a moment. And maybe it sets him up for a year in less talking about him and home run records and everything else, and more talk about him being a guy who is a catalyst for winning.
Can I throw something at you? And we'll talk to you guys, 1-800-919-3776. Where are you at, Yankee fans? I do want to know. I want to know how in you are tonight and how you will react if Judge has a clutch
not
moment.
Even just Yankee fan. Baseball fans who were telling us yesterday how big this is.
Yeah, that too.
How much is this for arguably the best or second best player in the sport? How big is it for him to have a moment on this stage?
Let me throw this at you, though. Now, I don't want to throw off the whole point that you just made because I totally felt it and it's profound. No, but I'm a wrestling fan. I'm into storytelling.
Of course,
that's what we do.
That's what we do.
You know that for that DVD, the Yankees win the World Series. You know there's only one story better than him coming up huge in the clutch in the WBC.
I know what you're going to do. It's just complete disaster.
Complete failure in the WBC. All of the
called
eyes.
Strike 3?
Yeah, called strike 3. And not
pat on the shoulder, and a little Beltran moment.
And not like 6 inches below the strike zone like what happened the other day to DR.
Right.
I'm talking about right down the pipe, and Judge looks at it. And then everyone, and then you get there. But
well,
it remains.
The sports talk radio host in you, I know, is rooting for the latter. Not because you're an evil guy who wants to see bad things happen to a great athlete in New York, but because I think we all know the vitriol will be a lot hotter than the praise. Because my prediction is if he doesn't come through and they lose, he's going to get grilled. But if he comes through and they win, now all of a sudden those who are telling us how great this event was, they're going to tamp it down. Well, it's not that. Come on, it's not the World Series. He still has to do it for the Yankees in the World Series. He hasn't proven anything yet. I think it's a prove-it moment for him. It's an early but important prove-it moment for him. That's what I think.
Listen, Judge more than anyone, has set the table for how important this event is. He is, Aaron Judge, the #1 hype machine around the WBC. He's the best player and most famous and popular player in the game, and he is the one who has been saying, as recently as 2 days ago, these are the best crowds I've ever seen, better than the World Series. He's the one who sort of set the table. So, Alan, he really did now put himself in a spot where he's got to deliver. Now, listen, we don't know what's going to happen in this game. Obviously, listen, maybe he's 2 for 4 and he has a great day, but doesn't end up in that clutch spot, does enough, and they win or lose. And this ends up being kind of moot. But should he end up in that spot, he has really put himself in a situation where it's going to be a lot of eyes and a lot of pressure. 1-800-919-3776. Let's start talking to the people about the WBC. And so far, Alan and I have been impressed, man. People have wanted to talk about it. Let's go to Eric in Long Beach. What up, Eric?
Hey, guys. What's happening?
How you doing?
Good. You guys are great. Love the show. I got to say, though, I know that you guys kind of went out of your way yesterday to clarify that you do like it. You just don't want to put it on the same pedestal as Olympics or anything like that. Fine. I get it. But it's weird. It still have you guys have a combative tone still about the whole WBC. It has just been fun. It's been great. Every person I know that likes baseball has loved it. It doesn't need to be compared to the Olympics. It doesn't have to have these kind of well, it's not this, it's not that. It's great. And I know you guys are awesome and you love baseball and everything. But even in all of the walking back and clarifying, it seems like there's a combative tone to the whole WBC.
Can I remove?
I bought in.
Eric,
I
can I
bought in
remove?
yesterday.
Eric, I want to remove myself from that. I really have not been.
Don and I were.
Don the most. Alan second most, and I haven't been combative about it at all. I think it's dope.
I will tell Eric.
Yeah.
Eric, honestly, and I'm not. This is not performative. I really did buy in yesterday. First of all, because that semifinal against Dominican Republic was a really compelling game, and because the amount of callers that told me, "Hey, this is really a lot of fun." Hey, it's not, but I'm now looking at tonight's game and thinking, okay, so everybody is into this. And we all know what what's the knock on Judge? So I said if we all think this is big, let's see what he does. Let's see if he has a moment. And what I don't want is to hear the next day, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that important. Because I don't want to hear that if you were telling me that this is a big deal. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to. I guess I'm sounding combative. Maybe I'm just energized. I'm excited for it.
Well, I think Don was very strong on, this isn't that much of a thing. Let's not pretend like it is. And then also, really coming – I mean, Don went as far as saying, and I don't think you joined him all the way here, Don went as far as saying, I don't believe Aaron Judge even feels that way. He was put up to say that it was –
Yeah, he feels like that.
I said in the meeting, you sound like a conspiracy theory nut. I don't think anyone told Judge you have to represent. Hey, you know what? Say you like it so much that you put down the World Series. I don't think that happened. Yeah. And you know what? Alan's exactly right though. Anyone who had any doubt, and I admit it, I haven't been locked into watching games live. I've more been score following and highlight watching on Instagram. But I've been super impressed by the amount of people who've been into it, and in my being outside, just walking around New York over the last several days, I just seeing the amount of Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico hats, you see the amount of pride that people have in watching this thing. And we talked about this some yesterday. The U.S. is simply behind in that regard because the level of pride in USA baseball, it's just not really a thing because baseball has been dominated by all things American for so long that you just don't have sort of that common ground feeling that all these different fan bases seem to have. But there's no knocking the level of excitement that people have. Let's go to Jose in Queens. What's up, Jose?
Hey, guys. Good afternoon.
You too, man.
Good afternoon.
Enjoy the show. So I'm one to start by saying I'm happy we got Judge's arm is back. That throw at third when he got that piece, we know his arm is back for the season, so that's good.
Yeah, it's true.
Now,
that's a great point about last year, right? At the end of the year, we were worried about that elbow.
Yeah. So now, if he performs well today or not, I'm a Yankee fan, so I root for the Yankee team, the whole team, not only Judge, right? But if he has a bad game, it's okay. It's an exhibition game. It's exciting. I was born here. My parents are in South America, so Venezuela, South America is gonna be a good game. If you're a baseball fan, you have to enjoy the game. I don't think but it's South Americans and a lot of countries, they have the flag on their shoulders or on their heart, so they play. They want to represent their team to the fullest. Right? It's good for baseball. It's good for it's exciting games, but I don't think that this game should. If he has a bad game or good game, we know judges. He's a bad player. He's not a bad player. He's the best player, but he has that every day. You can't perform.
But you know how this goes. Like the thing is, Jose, you know how this goes. No matter what, I think if he has a bad game and they lose, it's not going away. The critics are always looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're one of the best players in the sport, the critics can't wait to come at you. It's just a thing. It's heavy is the head that wears that crown. And that's just a real thing. It's not something I'm encouraging. I think us as a show, we're trying to set you up for it. Hey, keep this in mind. You know what's coming. And that's why I want to see a moment that I think it'd be great. Because a moment from Judge, like that throw, but especially at the plate, because, look, that's what we all know him for. If he's got a moment at the plate, man, that's one of those things that and that's what would make this tournament special before the season, because you could take that momentum. You could take that, whatever it does for him, that little extra it gives him, take it into the season. And now you're talking about, does this now kind of help fuel what has been a long-awaited run to try to win a championship? You got to tell me the Yankees team's not good enough to win a championship? That when this pitching staff gets healthy, which, by the way, Garrett Cole's pitching an inning today. An inning. How about that?
How about that?
So
a whole baseball inning.
Well, for a guy that's coming off UCL, that's pretty damn impressive. This early?
No, it's a step. It's a big step. It's an important step.
So when you get this pitching staff healthy, there's no reason why you can't make the case that they could finally break through and win a championship. And why not have a moment to start the year where Judge sort of just kind of stakes his claim? I know what you say. I know, everybody believes it's Ohtani. But look what I'm doing in a clutch moment, and there's going to be more to come this year. As a fan of the Yankees, I would be excited about that tonight. Judge coming through in a big spot. Oh, this is setting us up, baby. Here we go. That's why, if it doesn't happen, and the Yankees and the U.S. wins, it's probably nothing. But there'll always be one or two people that's like, yeah, Judge did nothing. You'll get that. But that's quieter. But if they lose and he has a moment where he could have come up big and he doesn't, I promise you, as much as I hate it, these people are going to get louder and louder about how he's a great player, but he doesn't win.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we know how it works. When someone has a narrative, you feed it in any way.
Yes, you do.
And listen, and also just remember, the nature of sports talk and filling a 24-hour entertainment cycle, and Alan just alluded to it, even we as hosts tend to go negative because it's just naturally easier to grab onto negative stories rather than hype up every little positive thing that happens.
Right.
So if you have someone who has a really intriguing negative storyline, and the negative storyline around Judge has only been the clutch thing. That's really it. He's successfully avoided, even though he's had his injury moments, he's sort of successfully avoided people talking about that being a recurring thing. It's the clutch gene. He's not Jeter because he's not clutch. Those people, they're always looking for more. Let's
wait for it. Right.
Here, let's go to Dave in Westchester. What's up, Dave?
Hey, how you doing? Peter's right. By Judge saying all this stuff about this is big and this is big and this is big, and your screener immediately said, "Oh, you're the Judge hater." I don't hate the guy at all. And the clutch thing, it is a big thing. To me, it's a big thing. I mean, Jalen Brunson's a clutch player. This guy, I mean, I just don't see it. Like, hopefully he comes through tonight. He came through maybe one time in his life last year in the playoffs. That's it. I think if you're 50 years older,
Dave,
I
you think one
I don't
time.
care what Don LaGreca says. Don can say whatever he wants. Derek Jeter is a better baseball player than.
And here we go again.
Dave, we can't do this again.
Hold on, listen.
No, but
Bill
Dave, you do this all the time.
No,
you do
why don't
it.
you listen to what I have to say?
Because
Dave,
God bless you. Dave, I love you. Dave, I love you, but you've done this 50 times, and he's not a better baseball player than Aaron Judge. Derek Jeter's your guy. He's clutch. We get it. One of the most clutch ball players of all time. We are not going to convince us.
According to Bill James, he's the fourth clutch player in the history of baseball.
There you go. Amazing. It's an amazing stat. You're not going to convince us that he's a better ball player than Aaron Judge. You're not going to.
Well, I'm not taking Aaron Judge over Derek Jeter. Neither is any other person who's over 50. Nobody. Not a soul walking down the street who's a Yankee fan. Not
to
one
win
person.
a game. In
a clutch spot.
But Peter, I'll say.
Go ahead.
What Dave is saying is what I will. That's the part I'll agree. If it's to win a game, you're taking Derek Jeter right.
Of course, and I get that.
And that's why I think, like for Judge, like people will say, what's left for him to do? Win a World Series. Okay, but if he wins a World Series, and it's not really on his back, but maybe because Garrett Cole wins, 2 games in a 7-game series, or something else happens, like that then that will not get away from him. It will continue. But if Judge has a run, builds off last year, has a run where in the division round, in the ALCS, and in the World Series, he's just mashing. Impossible to get out, right? Couple of throwouts as well. Some good base running. And he's the MVP of the World Series. It's over. Now Dave can't call and say that stuff anymore.
I know. And that's all we can pray for.
Even with just one. Even though Jeter's had several. With just one, he can't do that anymore. You got what I'm saying?
100%. I couldn't agree more.
Believe me.
Dave may be the exception.
You think maybe
Game Time
anyway? Yeah.
Game Time is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. The Knicks and the Pacers coverage immediately following us on 880 at 7. The Isles and the Leafs at 7 as well. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tully or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Phone lines jammed. We'll talk to you guys more about this. You got to get into the Knicks as well. Talk about it Tuesday. Some things to revisit from the Drop Madness brackets. If you missed the reveal,
we do.
There was some controversy that we're going to get into about Drop Madness. It is Hahn and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-90 Turbo Select with all-wheel drive for $279 for 36 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN T1362010. MSRP $40,680. Zero security deposit. 1.9% APR at $28.60 per month per $1,000 financed. Ends 3/31/26.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Right now, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament, and all you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. So if you want to get in the action, just visit FanDuel.com/local to learn more. Get in the action now to opt in and claim your bonus. FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Attention New York Verizon mobile customers. Score a massive win with award-winning Fios Home Internet for an incredible $20 a month guaranteed for 3 years. Switch today for savings you can count on. Call 1-800-VERIZON now. For new Fios customers with AutoPay, mobile and home discount enrollment required. 3-year price guarantee applies to the Fios base monthly rate only. Additional terms apply.
Think great meat has to come with a high price? Not at Wild Fork Foods. Get beef tenderloin for only $10 a pound. Yes, $10 a pound. And Atlantic salmon portions just $9.98 a pound. That's awesome quality at a great value for your table. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. Shop one of their 7 locations, or you can order online for same-day delivery. WildForkFoods.com. Wild Fork Foods. Quality meat. Wild prices.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Hey there, guys. Good afternoon and happy St. Patty's Day. Still have the parade marching up 5th Avenue, shut down between the 40s and the 80s. Best bet, avoid the east side of town. Belt not moving much in Brooklyn, westbound side. A big crash by Knapp Street. Only the left lane is squeezing by. Traffic is at a standstill there from Rockaway Parkway. Eastbound side just jammed with everybody stopping to take a look. Delays go back to the Verrazano. Best of it's the outbound George looking pretty good on the southbound Deegan and West Side Highway. Inbound George about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Still have some road work on the span. Outbound Lincoln already about 5 to 10. Outbound Holland 10 to 15. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day. next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Right, all right. Base in your face. It's Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York. I wonder if Don, you'd feel like Don would have spent like a little more time when he goes into hip hop. Wouldn't you have thought Don would have spent more time with Public Enemy?
I always tell him that if there's ever a hip hop band that fits him the most, it's Public Enemy.
But isn't it? It's already.
It's not even.
It's weird that he missed it though, because he was of the right age to have like kind of gotten it.
But I don't know how he missed it. I mean, again, even like
they did a song with Anthrax.
The collab with Anthrax is what I was thinking of. But I don't know. I mean, even Onyx, like those are things to me that are right in his wheelhouse. And but this especially those middle two albums that PE made back then.
It Takes a Nation of Millions
and Welcome to the Terror Dome. Those two fit exactly the sound that Don, you would think, loves. But we'll get him there. We'll get him there.
I think he'd really.
Everybody's got homework, right? He gives everybody homework about watch this movie and watch that. Maybe he needs to. Maybe I need to give him my two. Those two albums.
I think It Takes a Nation.
Spend a weekend.
It Takes a Nation of Millions and Fear of a Black Planet.
Oh, Fear of a Black Planet, I guess.
Those two.
But I would probably add Welcome to the Terror Dome too, though.
No, Welcome to the Terror Dome is on It Takes a Nation of Millions, right? I believe that's what you're thinking of.
Is that what I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
There's so many album names at this point.
You've been around a long time, okay?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm old.
It Takes a Nation of Millions is to those paying attention. Bring the Noise, Don't Believe the Hype.
Right. That's the classic PE. That's the one
Night
that
of
put
the
him on
Living Bassheads, Black Steel in the Hour of Chaos,
Right.
Rebel Without a Pause.
Right.
All for it on there.
Yeah. So
Party for Your Right to Fight. Don't forget about that one too. Fear of a Black Planet.
Fear of a Black Planet has the great intro. Just an insane intro.
Fear of a Black Planet.
I don't know why I always call that album Welcome to the Terror Dome.
You got Brother's Gonna Work It Out, 911's a Joke, Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Yeah.
Meet the G That Killed Me. Burn Hollywood Burn with Ice Cube and Big Daddy Kane,
and Big Daddy Kane. That's really good.
Can't Do Nothing for You, Man.
Can't do nothing for you, man.
Flavor Flav's got problems of his own. And, of course, after the Do the Right Thing soundtrack, they put Fight the Power on there as well. So, I mean, that one's got a lot of hammers.
Yes.
Yeah, Don and Public Enemy makes sense.
They really would get along great.
Let's talk to the people, though. Right now, man, we got to give it up. You got to give it up to the WBC. Every day, the last few days, it's been jamming our phone lines nonstop.
We have the lineup, by the way. So if you're a Mets fan, Nolan McLean.
That's right.
Your starting pitcher. Not to say that's not a big, he didn't have a great outing last time out. Didn't pitch well. But this is a big spot for the young guy as well, right? If you're a Mets fan, you want to see if your guy can hold up in a big spot. Judge batting third, by the way. Witt, Harper, Judge, Schwarber, Bregman, then Anthony Smith, Turang, and then Buxton. So, my God, that's a murderer's row.
Yeah, no, it's heavy hitters tonight.
Yeah, man.
Let's go to Armando in Harlem. What's up, Armando?
Hey, what's up? How's it going, guys?
Yo.
Good.
Yeah, I wanted to make a quick point. I wanted to get on yesterday, but you guys were busy. The point I wanted to make was it looks more like I think we take it as Americans. We almost take it like we're too cool for school.
Yes.
And the point you were making about Judge, when we look at it as, well, if he loses, it's just the WBC. If he wins, hey, we won it all. And I think that's because we have options of doing other things. We could go outside, have a drink, do whatever. But in other countries, I'm going to use an example of the one I'm more familiar with. I'm Puerto Rican, but I'm more familiar with DR because I have people over there right now.
Mm-hmm.
In El Capitolio, which is like their White House, I guess, and the Monumento, there's people that don't have access to TVs. They actually put these giant screens so everybody could come and see the TV the games.
I get it. It
so
feels
those
communal.
Are big things.
Yeah,
so
no, I totally
so that's why I say like these other countries. Look at Venezuela a month ago, whatever happened, regime. I think they got other more important things going on. But I think baseball takes that away of real life. And you go, how you guys call it, to the candy shop or factory, whatever you guys
the candy store.
Yeah, whatever that thing is.
Yeah. That place.
So when you go there, I think that's why it means so much to other countries.
I think you're
and
right.
I personally have gone. I've gone to playoff games, never gone to a World Series. I've gone to a playoff game here. After a while, you could have fell asleep, honestly. Yeah, it was loud, but it's not serious. I've gone a Serie del Caribe in Dominican Republic. Okay. I went to a WBC game, and this year I went to WBC in Ambiso in Puerto Rico. And I'm trying to go to Japan. But anyway, for a baseball game. But anyway, the point is the atmosphere is completely different. When you go to the Serie del Caribe, the guys next to us, the row next to us, you couldn't take a water bottle into the stadium. But these guys came in with an orchestra. So all these things they came in, it's a party.
It's a good point.
Once my Mets go down 3 runs, we could hit crickets.
It's so different. It's a great Armando. That's a great bit of insight.
One more point, if you allow me.
Go ahead. No, you earned it. Go.
I have a beef with Don with what he was saying, so I'm going to ask Peter what he was saying. Well, the world soccer, whatever, soccer dudes, it started in 30, so it's important. Peter, do you love your daughter? I would assume so.
I do. I'm very into my daughter.
But she's only a year old. So with Don's logic, you shouldn't really love her until she's an adult.
Well, I don't know if the kid comparison is exactly where I'd go.
I know.
Armando, may I say this?
I went to the extreme, but damn.
Yeah, I was going to say, you haven't such a great call till that, because I can say that a daughter, and Peter, you will learn this. All right, my daughter just turned 11. My other daughter's about to turn 18. Oh, yeah, I absolutely love them way more than I did when they were a year old. Way more.
Right.
Because I know more about them, so it's different. There's more history there. So that bad example for a great call. Because he's right. Think about it. These aren't world powers we're playing against. This is not France and Spain and the Great Britain. Like, this is Venezuela. This is Puerto Rico. This is all the different countries that right now are going through a lot of stuff, man. And we are the world power who's like, we're into it if we want to, but we got other stuff going on. While they're like, this is personal. I mean, Dominican Republic, and how proud they are of their baseball stars, and they want to feel like we can walk on a stage with the United States and go toe-to-toe with them. That's a different feel. So I totally understand that. And that's the part I think from the U.S. side of this tournament probably has been missing, is the too cool for school thing versus for some of these countries who are going through stuff. And they know their size in comparison to the U.S., but on this stage, we can go toe-to-toe with them. Yeah, that's got to hit different.
Totally. But I do think he made a fantastic point, the earlier point, though, about how different other countries receive the game and deal with it. Like when you
ever see basketball in Greece? They have bonfires in the stands. It's insane. But it's their way of firing up the team, literally, if the team is just not having a good start. Like, imagine the other night, the Knicks were terrible in the first quarter against Golden State at home. Imagine if the Knicks crowd, instead of groaning, started like loud chants and somebody like lit a Roman candle. And now the Knicks players are like, damn, like all of a sudden it's gotten hot in here. And that picks up the play. Sometimes a crowd can do that. You just, you're a little worried about it being out of control.
Yeah, I mean, also, but I just have to say something, and this isn't going to be popular. Again, I'm taking a risk. There is something you do have to remember, though. We're not America in general. I love the United States, and assuming we do our best to stick to the ideals that we have on the paper, I plan to stay here for the rest of my life.
Okay.
I plan to. I'm never going to pretend, though, that we are the masters of having fun. Like, when it comes to good, organic, like, partying, like turning a thing into a party. I don't mean turning it into a riot.
No.
I don't mean turning it like violent. I mean like.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you watch how soccer games are in a lot of countries.
It's just something. It's more joy and less angst.
And remember.
But you know what else?
These are countries that don't focus. We have been taught in our country. You work hard, work hard, work hard. One day you'll retire and you can relax. Other countries, it's like, no, listen, work hard, but take a nap during the day. Come home and relax. Party on a Wednesday. Smoke a cigarette. Drink some wine. We don't really do the fun thing. So it's not surprising, Alan, that in a game like baseball, other places are able to make it more of a fun thing, and it's a little more business-like for us. It's kind of who we are.
Yeah, the fun thing is also for us of what did you do for me? So we're up. We score 5 runs in the first inning. All right, this is fun.
Right.
But for other countries, we're down 3 runs. We're not groaning. We're trying to encourage. Like they're about no. Come on, let's.
We can bring them back.
It becomes communal, and it's a different mentality. It's a great way to put it.
Let's get one more here. We have Steve in Queens. What up, Steve?
Wow, I don't think I can follow what all you guys have been talking about, but that gentleman who just called about the bands in Argentina or in South America, remember, they had the Dodger Symphony in Brooklyn, New York, at Ebro Field.
Yeah.
That is one of the places. I was only 4 years old. I don't really remember the Dodgers. I was 4 years old when they left. That was a big deal. It was all these immigrants came in. They wanted to be Americans. They loved baseball. If you ever read the stories about it, they used to hang ropes outside of the windows of Ebbets Field when the Dodger management tried to stop them from bringing the stuff in, and a lot of them weren't even really musicians. But that's about the celebration. About the corporate stuff that you guys mentioned, I think baseball got a lot more corporate over the past 30, 40 years. I think when it became so expensive to go to games, and it did become more corporate. Something that Don said yesterday, that the American team is expected to win, kind of like the Jeter teams were supposed to win during that period. As a Yankee fan, and I guess you can identify with it, sometimes I just didn't want them to lose. I didn't really, maybe because I was middle-aged at that point, I just wanted Jeter and Mariano not to get embarrassed. And it wasn't so much about the enjoyment of winning, but I didn't want to get them see them getting browbeaten in the papers or, hate to say it, on sports radio or places like that. I don't know. It's a completely different feel. That wasn't the real reason why I was calling. If I could just add one last point, I'm kind of a lapsed baseball fan. It seems stupid after all the things I've said. I loved when I saw that Italy was playing Puerto Rico. I'm half Italian. Now, if Puerto Rico is playing anybody else except the United States, I'm rooting for the Puerto Ricans. I came from Brooklyn, still live in Queens, loved the Puerto Rican spirit when I played ball with them. I was going with them, but hey, Francisco Cervelli is the manager for the Yankees. Posada was on the team. I really got into it. I feel sorry that they lost last night, but it was a great run, and it made me a fan of the WBC, and the WBC makes me feel like baseball was 30 or 40 years ago. And I'll keep my mouth shut. I talk too long anyway.
No, that's
Thank
good.
you for taking the call.
But what Steve's saying is part of, I guess, what it used to feel like in all professional sports, where because now that sports has become so much consumable around, like you have fans who are fans of teams that aren't even in your market. There was a time it was provincial. You know, again, these are like Brooklyn Dodgers are the example he brought up. I watched a great documentary on all them. And the best thing is like calling them bums. And it was only Brooklynites could call them bums. If you lived in Manhattan and you said all them bums, it was a fight. Like It was something personal and provincial.
Mm-hmm.
We've kind of lost that in a lot of sports because it's, now you're consuming it in different ways. And obviously you can have fans all over the place. It's not as – but when you have a WBC or just like the Four Nations or just like the Olympics, it goes back to that feel of our boys, our team, us. Feels a lot different than I think professional sports feels these days.
1-800-919-3776. More of your calls on this 4 o'clock hour. We'll get into some New York Knicks talk. Talk about it Tuesday at 4:30. It's Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Join ESPN New York for a huge rivalry night at the Calandras Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey. Come hang and watch the game with Rick DiPietro, Devils legend Ken Danico, Alan Hahn, and Peter Rosenberg. It's going to be a big Devils-Rangers watch party tomorrow night. Join the guys starting at 3 p.m. for a special happy hour and broadcast. Then stick around for the 7 p.m. puck drop with big screens, great food, and the best fans in hockey all under one roof. Reservations are recommended. Brought to you by Calandras Italian Village.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Listen, I know the mentality. You try to play through pain and walk it off. Push through one more day. But when it comes to neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, that's a losing game. That's when you call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical solutions that get real results. No cuts, no downtime, no dependence on pain meds. He builds you a custom game plan for you so that you can move better, feel better, and live pain-free. Same day or next day appointments are available. Visit SandwellPain.com. Stop managing pain. Start beating it.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Life is full of choices, some big, some small. And when you choose an H&R Block Tax Pro, you're choosing the largest network of tax expertise to be in your corner. For when your big ambitions need help with the small details. For when your 6 figures come from 6 different places. For when your gaming stream becomes your revenue stream. For when your business's year 1 needs 70 years of tax know-how. At H&R Block, we've seen it all, and we're here to help you make the most out of your money for life outside the box. Get started at hrblock.com.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, save more on what goes into the job. Add power to your lineup with a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt max tool. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, and more. Get the job done right. Keep more in your pocket. That's Pro Savings Days. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
It's DiPietro and Rothenberg's Rickleball Madness. This Friday at Pickleball Heaven in Medford, Long Island. Come out and watch them play, dominate, or be humbled.
Meet Rick DiPietro and
see his hot, sexy body and play pickleball with him.
Get to play, pickleball with Rick and Dave, and it's going to be great.
The show starts at 6 a.m., followed by pickleball at 10 a.m. and a tournament watch party at noon. Come out and see the guys. Enjoy the pickleball and college hoops action. Entry is free and open to the public. Brought to you by Pickleball Heaven. We'll see you there.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5S preferred all-wheel drive for just $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM108368. MSRP $31,435. Zero security deposit. Ends 3/31/26.
Now, I have to add that Don texted us.
Yep.
And made clear that he is a fan of Fear of a Black Planet.
Good.
So I apologize to Don LaGreca. Now, if you're late to the program, you may not realize that Don LaGreca is sick and will not be joining us tomorrow at Calandras. We are all upset. We are all disappointed. But we will all still be there.
Yes, we will still be there.
And, Alan, guess what else?
We've got more.
Come on.
Not just us.
No. Rick DiPietro is coming to the watch party.
Yay! I know him.
Ken Danico is going to be a guest on the show, but then he's coming back for the watch party.
Stanley Cup champion.
That's
Ken
to you
Danico.
and me.
Damn right!
Veteran of the Sasso softball game, Ken Danico.
And, by the way, broadcast partner of Don LaGreca, which means with Don not there, we can get Dano to tell us some Don stories. You know what I mean? Can't wait for that.
So it's going to be awesome. We're bummed that there's no Don, but we're going to have a fantastic time tomorrow. We hope you'll come. If you don't have a reservation, don't play yourself. You do not want to not have a seat. So call 973-226-8889, and we're going to get time to hang out with everybody. It's going to be a fantastic time. Anthony Pusic's even coming. Can you believe it?
Well, he likes hockey.
Yeah, and the Rangers are even entertaining him these days.
Yeah.
How was Hockey Ranger last night, Anthony?
It was probably their worst game that they've played since the break, which is saying a lot because they really haven't lost a whole lot. But it was one bad period, and in the third they looked much better, and the kids still look good. So really, when you're taking a look at it that way,
we love the kids.
I feel pretty good about that. I don't think they're going to win every game. They shouldn't.
No.
If they do something went horribly wrong in the beginning, we have to find out why.
Let's go to Ryan in Schenectady. Hey, Ryan.
Going 500.
Ryan.
Oh,
hey, fellas.
There he is.
There we
How
go.
you doing?
What up,
Good.
Ryan?
Listen, I wanted to call. I was hoping Don would be there today.
Yeah, we all
You're better, Don. Peter.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you. I wanted to give you your flowers on your list.
Oh, thank you.
Very good. The only thing I would say is Eve, Love Is Blind with Mary J. I believe.
I hear you. I'm not a Love Is Blind guy, but I know the story's very sad, and like
very
it's a very emo song. I just don't love Love Is Blind, but I respect the call. Thank you for contributing, Ryan. What else you got for us?
I just want about the World Baseball Classic. I think that because Don, Peter, Alan, none of you guys are baseball first guys.
Okay.
Is that fair to say?
Baseball first? Yeah, I'd say none of us are baseball first.
Exactly. So my point is this. Those of us who love baseball, bleed, cry, live baseball, the WBC actually does hit different for us. So it's a little different. I understand why it doesn't mean as much as you guys, to you guys, as it does to us. But I think that's the disconnect, especially with Don. Don's a hockey guy. You know, he loves baseball, but he's a hockey first guy.
See, I'll jump in and say but part of, I guess, what the WBC is created for, and don't take this the wrong way, because like any sport, they're not selling to the diehards because they already got you guys, right? You guys are addicted, so we don't need to sell to you. You're coming to us. But what they're trying to do is draw in more people. some non-traditional fans, some people that might just like the allure of international competition for whatever it is. They're trying to bring in another audience. And so that's why, like, someone like me who will, the minute the Yankee season starts, I'm there, front and center, watching as many games as I can until the Knicks are done, and then I'm watching every game. And that's different when at this time of year, it's like you're introducing this, and I'm waiting for something that's drawn me in, and I didn't get it until the semifinal. I got it there. But I wasn't getting it until there. Is that fair to say, Peter?
No, totally.
That's kind of how it works, right?
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable, whether you're a baseball first guy or not.
Like Four Nations. I'll use that as an example again because it's very similar to WBC. Very similar. It's an international competition for no reason other than to just do it. And what you needed was a draw because you had your hockey fans. They were coming in. Hockey fans were always coming to that. But how can we get more eyeballs on this thing? The players made it happen with that game between the Canadians and the Americans. That was a just round-robin game, and you could see the passion and there were fights right away, and it became a viral story of this game opened up and we had a line brawl the minute the game started. It makes people lean forward who maybe weren't paying attention. And that's kind of what, for a lot of us, I think that's what he was trying to say. I can't deny that. It's a real thing, but I'm leaning in now.
Yeah, well, it's getting the people right now. It's getting the people going. Let's go to Danny on Long Island. What's up, Danny?
Danny, who's been to Calandras many times, it's definitely going to be a high-calorie event, guys. Skip lunch. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So, listen, I'm all in, and I've been all in for about a week. And, this tournament picks up steam as it goes along because there's so many Fugazi teams, that the Italian team, we laugh about. But then when it gets down to the final 4 or 6, you have 6 basically MLB all-star teams playing, and they care. The Japanese team, the Venezuelan, DR, America. These are professional baseball players, top of the line, best in the world, and they're playing an exhibition, but they care, and the fans and the crowd care. So you're watching Game 7 of the World Series tonight. Now, if the American team loses, I'll be sound asleep within about 10 minutes. If the Mets lose Game 7 of the World Series, I would walk around my house like a zombie for about a week.
Right. It's a different thing.
I'm not emotionally invested like it would be if the Steelers are heading into overtime.
Yeah.
But when baseball is the single best sport when it gets to the final moments, because it goes on for an hour. If you're in a tie game in the top of the 5th inning, for the next hour and a half of your life, which is almost like an entire football game, every pitch you're looking at people having nervous breakdowns, both in the field, on the stands. A single moment can take forever. And then the guy fouls off 5 pitches in a row, and you think you're going to have a nervous breakdown. So when baseball is at its best, it is more compelling at the moment. But the sad thing is, as a baseball guy, is that once this game is over and March Madness starts, by the way, that wasn't an accident, that it's scheduled the day before March Madness begins.
You're right.
We won't have this until September because I'm watching the March Madness, then I'm watching the Islanders, and I'm not watching Mets Game 5, like it's the end of the world. So we have a do-or-die real baseball game tonight, and we won't have another one for 6 or 7 months. Yeah. So let's enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Danny. Yeah, I agree with you. And I'll tell you what, so much of it is about how the game ends up playing out. If this game's a dud either direction, it has a major impact. Like, even the United States, I would argue, Alan, the United States losing a classic would be better for the WBC than the United States winning in a blowout.
In a blowout?
Yep.
Well,
you want this to be a battle tonight, that everyone's hearing about it and flipping the channel going, you got to be watching this.
Yeah, like an 8-0 or something crazy.
That's not doing anything for anyone. I
agree. I do agree, but I still say if it's 8-0 and Judge has 2 home runs,
well, that'll make tomorrow interesting for us at least.
Conversation just gets louder and louder about him and Ohtani.
Also, guys, the conversation is getting louder for Pickleball Madness. This Friday, ESPN New York taking over Pickleball Heaven in Medford, New York. Live broadcast of DNR starting at 6 a.m. Then stick around for our social ladder pickleball tournament. We'll crown our champions, then we'll roll right into college hoops to cap off the day. The tournament is officially sold out, but the event is open to the public. Come on down, enjoy the action, be part of Pickleball Madness. Brought to you by Pickleball Heaven, the new standard of indoor pickleball. We'll talk some Knicks next. A whole lot to do. Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson. What's up, Knicks fans? This is Josh Hart.
Knicks fans, it's Mikal Bridges,
and this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
You
don't just ski, you dominate. You don't just ride, you conquer. At Killington, the beast of the East, we fuel your adventure and ignite big mountain dreams. Be the beast. Experience Killington, an Icon Pass destination.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite awards show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Become a Yankees Universe Fan Club member today. The Rookie and Explorer packages are now available. All Yankees Universe members receive a membership card, 2 tickets to a 2026 Yankees home game, access to a members-only website, and MLB audio at bat. Plus, Rookie members get an official New York Yankees t-shirt. A portion of all proceeds benefits pediatric cancer research at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. Join Yankees Universe today at yankees.com/universe.
Harry Douglas here. I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today. A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible: overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Yep.
Top of the hour here, of course. If you missed the controversy yesterday, we're going to get to it. There was controversy in Drop Madness.
Yeah, we got to talk about it.
I don't know what Strange, whatever her name was from
not
LSU.
Strange. The number 1 seed in the Flub region?
I mean, it was definitely fun to revisit because it was so long ago, and it brought back a memory, and it's kind of funny. But a 1 seed?
A 1 seed? When this is in the bracket?
$25 a month.
Hahn and Rosenberg with you until 7.
In your ears. Get Optimum famous.
Yeah, it feels like the committee
was high.
They were high.
I don't know.
It feels like the committee really wanted this one as a draw and just felt if we can get a 1 versus 16 upset, here's one we can create.
Jacob, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, are we going to give things late pushes because they closed out the season well? I mean,
but we never heard Flaugier again.
Ever.
We've played it at least twice, probably since then. But the Optimum thing has also been a running gag the last couple weeks.
Yeah, that helps.
It does.
Hey, I have a question.
Help.
In college basketball, does having a run at the end of the season help? 10-game streak to close out the season?
I mean, are we putting Miami over Ohio as the number 1 seed?
Well, but but keep in mind, they didn't close out strong in the end. You know what I'm saying? This is just to look at this bracket, though. There's so much. Look at Allen's greatness at the 13 seed.
You said it way more eloquently. I mean,
and what about this?
You think Jarek Jeter would have allowed this?
Who's Jarek Jeter?
Jarek. I think we should create characters on the show of people that we misidentify.
Jarek Jeter's a big one.
Jarek Jeter is like it's the alter ego of Derek
What
Jeter.
about
Derek
Rogers?
Jeter sucks.
What about
he's not clutch?
What about Roger Starbuck?
Cowboys trailing the Vikings.
There
Final
it is.
seconds of a divisional round playoff game.
There it
Roger
is.
Starbuck.
Starbucks. Roger Starbucks.
That's another great flub. So
Daddy Warbucks.
We'll address some of this at 4:30.
Yeah, we got to
talk about
it. Yeah,
Because I think the other one seeds, the funny one seed, little yo-yo monkey boy, he wanted me to jump up and make the jokey so the people go laugh time. No controversy.
No.
Troubling region number 1. I had diarrhea that you dream about.
Often quoted, no.
And, of course, number 1 in the nether region. Who would ever challenge this?
This is college football. Excuse me, this is college football.
That's a one seed with a bullet.
I was about to say, which, if I'm being honest, that might be the strongest one seed that we have right now.
That is, to me, that might be the one bracket that is chalk.
You think Carlin would be honored to win?
What do we do, by the way, if someone not on the show wins? Do we give them something?
I know that they should at least get to call. I think we'd call at least.
Well, listen, Don's got nothing in the 7 wins he has.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Yeah,
and Don,
I said not on the show.
If you're wondering how often Don's won, here you go. Year 1.
We know!
Year 2.
Look at this garbage! Look at this garbage!
Year 3.
How many chances you get?
Year 4.
Former Raven.
Replied.
Or current Raven.
Oh, like the game doesn't need him.
Sorry, he's a Charger now.
He's a Charger.
Oh, no, he's a Ram.
Which still might be the best one ever.
I still hear it and can't take it. I can't. How am I going along with every word he's saying? Like I'm running back and forth with him like we're having a conversation, Alan. He's just changing every word he's saying.
You were Ron Burgundying it, no question.
I really
that
was.
was definitely ENN, so you were reading off your paper. You were just rolling right along.
So I was trying to get to the next thing, and he's
Andrew's in your ear. Somebody's in somebody's ear.
No, Andrew was in Don's ear.
Yeah.
So what happens is he goes, he's a Charger. He goes, he's a Charger now. Wait, and he goes, no, L.A. And he goes, he goes, he's on L.A. So Don goes Charger, and he goes, no, the other one in his ear, and he goes, oh no, he's a Ram. It's some version of that. Year 5.
I think I'm saying this right, Peter. Stench in Mamaroneck. You're on ESPN New York. How are you, sir?
Oh, hey, no, it's Bennett.
Yeah.
How did Don? No, explain. It doesn't matter what it said on the screen.
No, that is what it said. I was the one that screamed the call.
But he didn't even question it.
No.
He just said, I think I'm pronouncing it. You're absolutely pronouncing it correctly. The word is stench.
That's how I spelt it, because that's how I heard
it. Here, let me explain to you. If Don wasn't Don Burgundy, okay?
You'd go, Anthony, this isn't right.
I'd say, Anthony has this written as stench. Not sure what that means. Hello? Something like that.
It just shows you how good the teammate Don is.
No,
Don, no way Anthony's this dumb. But it turned out, oh no, he is that dumb.
I think I'm saying this right, Peter. Stench in Mamaroneck. You're on ESPN New York. How are you, sir?
Oh, hey, no, it's Bennett.
And you still gave me this job somehow.
Yeah, he still got the job. All right, and then year 6.
Thank you, my friend, and I will see you soon. Say hi to everybody.
Be well. You say hello too.
Okay, take care, Michael. It's Michael K. with me here.
Michael having a complete stroke live on the air.
That's tough, man.
And then the last 2 years we've been back to traditional Don wins.
No, Michael K. Cut his fat ass.
So, that's 5 of the 8 are just Don screaming.
4 of the 5 sound like all from the same moment.
Let's see.
Take out the... Yeah, there's one.
Look at this garbage. Look at this garbage.
Okay, then.
No, Michael K.
Then.
Cut his fat ass.
Tell me I'm wrong.
How many chances you get?
Oh, yeah. They're all from the same conversation.
It could have been one conversation.
That might be 3 different studios.
Yeah. You know what?
Now that I think about it.
I think you're right.
Wait, well, hold on. Is there... No, because cut his fat ass was...
That was in...
That was West End.
Yes.
That was West End.
Yeah.
No, that was Columbus.
That was Columbus.
No, that's Evan Neal.
West End was garbage.
We know.
Then what's
And
the third
we know.
studio? And what's the third studio?
Oh, no, then
There's only two.
it would be 2. Because none of them were home.
None of them were
home. Okay.
None of them were home.
Okay.
Unrelated, by the way, did you know Carlin lost gas in Iowa with Courtney Cronin?
He did what?
He was driving with Courtney Cronin from, I believe it was Iowa to Chicago.
Yeah, I heard about
and
this.
they ran out of gas in the middle of nowhere.
Wait a minute. That's not what you said.
No, that's what I said.
He said he released gas.
I thought you said he lost gas and he had Courtney Cronin in the car, and I'm thinking, poor Courtney, did she crack a window?
I've never heard it as lost gas. First of all, in either context, the way I said it, the way I meant it, or that, I've never heard that.
I mean, you know.
Excuse me, this is college football.
I love when the music comes in, though, Peter.
It's the best.
Carlin sands gas, middle of Iowa with the cows.
Yeah, no, I saw that moving around, him and Courtney making their way through the country. It was very fun. I didn't realize what happened. They made it, though? Are they successfully in Chicago?
I believe so.
What game was he going to? What was he going to do?
He was doing the Big 12 tournament. I'm assuming Courtney was with him, and then they both decided, let's go to Chicago.
Wow.
That way, as opposed to flying again.
It really gives Dumb and Dumber. All right. Now, we're going to get back to the WBC because there's more to get to with that.
Yep.
And, of course, Drop Madness. We're going to talk more about that coming up at 4:30. And if you want to participate, there's a lot of chatter in our chat on YouTube, the ESPN New York YouTube channel, whenever we're playing the drop. So if you want to be there and participate. Now, I want to play you a piece of audio here, Alan. I'd love your feedback.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
They are in a hole, and Mikal Bridges don't look like he's capable of getting out of him. And here's what Mikal Bridges has to understand that makes him look bad. You were the one seen complaining about Tom Thibodeau. Well, he ain't dead now. It's Mike Brown, and you look worse. Now, that wasn't the whole season because you had a good December, but you look worse with him right now than you ever looked with Tom Thibodeau. So I'm looking at the New York Knicks, and I'm like, how this team gonna beat Boston? Cleveland. Damn sure ain't gonna beat Detroit. Not looking like this. The Knicks are gonna compete. I get it. And they're a good team. I get it. But I had championship appearance aspirations. I didn't have them winning the championship. I had the New York Knicks going to the finals. I damn sure don't have that now. And it's because of what will go down as an absolutely horrific trade if Mikal Bridges continues to look the way that he's looking. This is unacceptable stuff.
Now, there's another piece to this I'm going to play you, Alan, where Stephen goes a little bit further about the failures of Mikal Bridges and other people's potential involvement in that.
The Knicks ain't winning a damn thing. Let me tell you something right now. Mikal Bridges, this 6-game stretch, 39 total points, averaging 6.5 points per game. The person I'm blaming most for all of this is Jalen Brunson. It's the only thing that I can blame Jalen Brunson for, who I'm so proud to have as a New York Knick, but this is all his fault. And I'm going to tell you why. Mikal Bridges, to get him, they gave up Bogdanovich, 4 unprotected first-round picks, a protected first-round pick in 2025, a first-round swap, and a second-round pick in 2026 for Mikal Bridges. Why did they do that? They did that because instead of waiting a year and signing a 5-year, $270 million max extension, Jalen Brunson signed a 4-year, $156 million extension the year before, giving the New York Knicks a $113 million discount around that range. So what do the New York Knicks do? Obviously, he saves them that kind of money. He did it so they could go get his boy, which I have no problem with. Mikal Bridges is not a scrub, but he ain't an all-star. You can't let your organization give up that much to get a dude that's going to ultimately handicap you from building a roster that can compete for a championship. Not to say that the Knicks can't compete for a championship, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, Alan, what say you?
Well, we've kind of like moved on from blaming Karl-Anthony Towns since the All-Star break has actually put up some pretty decent numbers, is shooting the ball a lot better, and everybody's getting away from blaming him now. And now it's Mikal Bridges who's in the crosshairs because since the All-Star break, he has not been good. I mean, he was averaging just under 16 points a game going into the break, shooting 50%, which is very good, 38 from 3, which is good. Since the break, not only is his minutes are down because Mike Brown's not playing him late in games, he's averaging just 10 points a game, Peter. He's a starter. 41% shooting, 30 from 3, and from the last 5 games from 3, he's been abysmal. And almost to the point now where he's hesitating to shoot the basketball. And so, I understand we got to find reasons why not, right, with this team, because the eye test tells you this just doesn't look right. Even though when I tell you they are a top 3 offense, a top 6 defense, and a top 5 net rating team. They have the 5th best record in the NBA. The entire league. You know, I saw a funny thing somebody tweeted the other day. Like, there's a thing going around about 2019, my March 2019 self. What would I say to my March 2026 person? Right? What would I say to myself? And some people like used it as a Nick thing, saying, believe it or not, we have the 5th best record in the league, a top 5 offense and defense, and we're all going to be miserable.
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
But that's and in March of 2019, the Knicks were terrible. They're one of the worst teams in the league. So it just shows you how, you know, like things can change in a moment, and you don't realize how far a team has come because your expectations keep going up. Now, that's not to make an excuse, because for Bridges, I've been watching him, man. His defense has not been stellar. He's not willing to fight over screens anymore. He's not physical as you need to be point of attack. He's been very average to below average as a defender. And the shooting part of it also for him, his offense has completely gone in the tank. It's why you see like guys like Shamet on the court late in games, because Mike Brown can trust Shamet to fight through screens, to do a little more defensively. But Steven's right. They gave him a big contract extension. They gave up a lot to get him. And they did this because at the time of that trade, you have to understand, like I was at dinner the night before the draft that year when that trade went down. And at that moment when they made the trade, that was 4 Villanova guys, because you had DiVincenzo still on the team. There was this sense of they're bringing the band back together, and they were bringing the group together, and there was going to be great chemistry, and they had a piece to do everything. And then what they ended up doing is DiVincenzo got traded in the Karl-Anthony Towns deal, and that upset sort of what it was supposed to look like. Stephen A. blaming Brunson for the Mikal Bridges trade in the sense that why would you let them give up 5 first-round picks? I don't think Jalen Brunson's in that conversation. I think Jalen Brunson's in the conversation of, hey, Mikal wants to come here. We can get him. We should get him. And so they get him. I don't think it was, I don't care if it's 5 first-round picks. This wasn't Les Snead, F them picks. I don't think Brunson was involved in that. And I also don't think Brunson was aware that DiVincenzo, who's such a key piece to this, that whole thing was going to be gone in a moment's notice.
Nor did you fully understand how key, even though everyone loved DiVincenzo, I don't think anyone realized how important he was.
Yeah, I think you're
because
absolutely
sometimes 1 + 1 = 3, and you can't quite justify it.
I think you're right. And so put it all together, and the picks are gone now. Like, this is gone. But the player now has to carry the weight of what you gave up for him if he doesn't live up to expectations.
Right.
It's the same thing as when you sign a player to a big contract and he doesn't live up to it. You could say blame the front office for doing it, but a lot of times we blame the player for not living up to what you were supposed to be. And I just think that's where the Knicks are right now. This is another coach. This is not like, remember, they changed the coach, and Bridges was one of the loudest of the critics of the coaching last year. And he was the happiest of all with the new coach early in the season. So now all of a sudden you have a second coach in as many years kind of getting frustrated with the inconsistency of a player that just suddenly all of a sudden isn't there. And let me point this out. Bridges tonight is going to play his 70th game of the season. It's his 626th consecutive game. 626 is 9th all-time in NBA history for consecutive games played. In 6 more games, so before the season's over, as long as he keeps playing, which we expect, he's going to pass Andre Miller for 8th most in NBA history. So he's going to be top 8 Iron Men in the history of the NBA. This is something that seems like it's an obvious point of pride for him. But if you're watching him play every day and you're in an NBA era where load management happens and guys do rest, and they talk so much about how difficult the schedule is and, you heard Steve Kerr and Rick Carlisle, LeBron. They're all talking about it, right? And here's Bridges. He's the anti. He's the guy I'm playing every night. I don't want to sit out. But when you watch him and you go, we know he doesn't suck. So what is it? Is he hitting a wall? Is he just tired? Because point of attack defense it's tough, man. When you're going up against pick and roll every night and you got to fight through screens and get skinny through screens, and Jalen Brunson is somebody that you got to help out on that end of the floor. You've got to be aware. DiVincenzo was such a great pair with Brunson in the backcourt because Dante was willing to fight through screens, willing to give up his body. He understood the role. That guy's a star. I'm covering for him. That's why Anthony Edwards loves him so much in Minnesota, because Devo's willing to do it. But if you're Bridges, I'm not getting enough shots. I'm not part of the offense as much because I got Brunson. Now I got Cat. But they still want me fighting through screens. Now I'm kind of getting tired. You lose the will. And so even Mike Brown's like, if he's tired, our medical people would come to us and say he needs a night. But would Bridges say, no, I'm not sitting. I want to play. Remember, last year, end of the season, he played 1 minute of a meaningless game, game 82, just to keep the streak going. 1 minute.
But here's my question.
So is he just tired and he refuses to take the time that he needs to get his body right?
At this point, does the streak become the most important thing about your career? Respectfully.
That's what I mean.
If that's the thing you hang your hat on.
Him. That's what I mean. So the criticism of his play and saying he sucks and he's not worth the money or the picks, I think is unfair criticism for a guy who's a really good player when he's right physically and mentally. And we've seen him in the playoffs make big plays and have big moments.
I'm having a flashback though right now.
All right.
I was on First Take around the time Mikal Bridges started coming at Tibbs.
Yes.
And I argued with Steven
when he talked about guys on the bench who can play and they should play.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
And I argued. So funny that I'm now remembering this.
Yep.
I argued with Stephen A. and kind of said,
I was texting you.
Yes. I said, if this had come from Jalen Brunson, we're having a different conversation. But it coming from Mikal Bridges is kind of like, and Stephen A.'s response was, but Mikal Bridges is an Iron Man. He never misses any games. So if it's coming from him, it's valid. Now we're kind of on the flip side of that.
Yeah. Where he probably could use a break. He might even have a nagging injury he doesn't want to talk about, and it could be affecting his willingness to fight through screens, to play physical defense, to do the extra things it takes this late in the season. And who knows, because he won't talk about it. Like, his whole thing is like, just trying to find ways to stay aggressive. That's it. Sometimes you're open. Sometimes the ball doesn't find you. Like, he's not really saying anything right now. A couple of weeks, you remember about a month or so ago, he did that interview with Clyde when Clyde asked him about, he had a big game. I think I remember the game that he had. It was a huge game, maybe the Rockets, something. And he said, I needed to be more no, it was a Toronto game, huge third quarter. And he said, I needed to be more coachable, that he held himself accountable. Well, he's not doing that now. Now he's just talking about trying to stay aggressive, and sometimes the ball doesn't find me. It's odd to me. And the head coach, which is the second one now to deal with him with the Knicks, is sort of also doing the same shrug of, I don't know what to do, but if he's not effective, I'm not going to play him late in the game. And that's what's making this look bad. So there's a lot of, I think, side-eyeing of, if you're not right, maybe take a minute and get your battery charged up.
Cal Ripken might have not gotten as much credit if ground balls were going through his legs. You know what I mean?
That's a good point. Very good point. Right. Or if he was going through like an 0 for 30 slump, right? If he couldn't get
doesn't hit the same way.
Such a great point.
1-800-919-3776. We're talking Knicks right now, but coming up next, we got Talk About It Tuesday. We'll come back to the Knicks in a little bit. Also do some more on the WBC. And right now, guys, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money line spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to learn more. 21 and over, physically present in New York. Bonus issue is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369.
Join ESPN New York for a huge rivalry night at the Calandras Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey. Come hang and watch the game with Rick DiPietro, Devils legend Ken Danico, Alan Hahn, and Peter Rosenberg. It's going to be a big Devils-Rangers watch party tomorrow night. Join the guys starting at 3 p.m. for a special happy hour and broadcast. Then stick around for the 7 p.m. puck drop with big screens, great food, and the best fans in hockey all under one roof. Reservations are recommended. Brought to you by Calandras Italian Village.
You remember what it feels like to move without thinking about pain? To get up, sit up, walk, work, or live without that constant ache? If neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica took that away from you, it's time to get it back. I'm Bart Scott. Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain is the guy you need. Ivy League trained, double board certified, no surgery, no scars, no long recovery, just precise, image-guided, non-surgical treatments designed to get you feeling strong again. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, and most major insurances are accepted, there is no reason to wait. Go to SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
50 years from now, will jeans be wide or skinny? Will email still exist? Will guac still be extra? One thing is certain. If you won the new Millionaire for Life from the New Jersey Lottery today, you'd still be getting $1 million every year for life. That's enough money to say, bring it on, the future. I will have that guacamole at any price.
Play the new Millionaire for Life today. Anything can happen in Jersey. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This college basketball tournament moment is brought to you by Marriott Bonvoy.
In the 2019 NCAA tournament, 12-seeded Murray State was led by projected lottery pick Ja Morant. In the opening round against 5th-seeded Marquette, Morant put up a rare triple-double, scoring 17 points, 16 assists, and 11 rebounds.
Obviously, I wouldn't be able to get the triple-double without my teammates making shots.
He followed that with 28 points against 4th-seeded Florida State.
Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Clinton Yates here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast. Others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. We're going to start off in Nassau County. Not so great on the Southern State westbound over by the Wantagh. Crash in the left lane with a car that went off the roadway. You're at a standstill there from Bethpage State Parkway. Rough ride on the FDR northbound. 2 separate issues. First, an accident right after the 59th Street Bridge. After that, another hit by the Triborough. You're jammed there from East Houston on up. Cleaning up the St. Patrick's Day Parade. 5th Avenue still shut down between the 40s and the 80s. Should open up pretty soon. Heading over to the outbound George, still your best ride. Henry Hudson and southbound Egan. West Side Highway northbound, some slowdowns from the 90s. Inbound George, about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln and Hull and Sunnels around 15 minutes each. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. SafeStep walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. SafeStep walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Sometimes you just can't take it anymore.
You're done. I'm done.
This is Let's Talk About It Tuesday.
And it's a really
this idiot with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
It's time to talk about it, folks.
Sure is.
On this here Talk About It Tuesday.
Bing bong.
So many things to do. You know what I mean?
Aaron Judge, the judger, the right fielder, number 99, batting second.
I don't know when I did that, but I like it. So yesterday, we revealed our Drop Madness brackets. We're very excited. Anthony and Jacob worked very hard to make sure we have a great tournament. And we really thought it was a great bracket. But somehow, the first overall seed that we got to, the 1 seed in the Flub region,
was an unknown.
A region that, just to give people an update, and if you want to be a part of the chat here, jump on our YouTube, ESPN New York on YouTube. The conversation's happening, and I'm sure it'll increase during this segment here. So this region, Alan, it includes things like
on 880 ESPN New York and the ESPN Iraq. We're so bad.
See, come on, that's so good.
It has things like.
You think Derek Jeter would have allowed this?
Who's Derek Jeter?
Derek Jeter is Derek's brother who sucks at baseball.
That's the 11 there. The 2 seed, for example, in the Flub region.
Udeki? Is that his name? Udoko?
Udeki Udoko.
Yeah, that would be Ime Udoka.
Right. He was right there.
Yeah, I can speak Richard.
Also, the 3 in the Flub region.
Hotdog.
Big
John
drops.
Harbaugh.
Yeah, that's a big drop, though. I mean, when you think about how much we've used it, how funny it is.
Yep.
And the 7 seed is this.
We're getting a lot of callers that are very confident, Ben. Judicus was on. He's a little nervous.
Jadakiss.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I would be Judicus.
I'm
Judicus.
I mean, that's got a huge celebrity, a great flub.
What a moment.
Don calling Jadakiss Judicus.
What a moment.
And that's a 7 seed. So the question is, why this?
I don't know what Strange, whatever her name was from
not
LSU.
Strange. How did a drop that all 3 of us had forgotten ever happen?
A forgotten drop.
Anthony, how does that end up number 1, and should we do anything about this?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I'm glad that it's Talk About It Tuesday because I think it's important.
To talk about it. Yeah.
Look, everybody knows I'm not very bright.
That is for sure.
But I do pride myself on, in this tournament, for the most part, and I've only run it, I think, the 1 year that after Andrew had left, that even though if there were some disagreements, it wasn't egregious. This, to me, the way that you guys reacted seems egregious.
Yeah.
Now, the tournament hasn't started. I'm not the selection committee for college football. I'm not the selection committee for the March Madness. I can admit if there's a mistake made.
Sure.
Now, I'm not saying that it probably isn't worthy of being in the top 16, but you guys certainly don't feel like it should be the number 1, and that's fine. And it seems like you have a general number 1 that you think could be that, and it would be, of course, Don singing over the Optimum commercial.
That, to me, this feels like the number 1 seed in the Flub region.
25 a month.
Don, Hahn and Rosenberg with you until 7.
In your ears. Get Optimum famously fast.
I got to be honest. I don't even know if that's a 1.
That's what I'm. How is it shooting up to 1? That's what I'm confused.
Okay, I don't know if that's a 1. It's good and it's funny, but it is if you know it. You know, it's one of those if you know, you know.
But let's think about what
there
else.
are others that are really good.
So number 1 is the as we said, that's the one in question.
Yeah.
2 is
Udeki. Is that his name? Udoko?
Mm-hmm.
3.
I might even argue. I don't know if I like that as a 2.
Really, I love Udeki Udoko.
Well, Udeki Udoko is funny.
It's pretty bad. 3. I mean, this to me could have been 1 in Flub.
Hot dog.
Now, so this is a me thing that we haven't run into this a lot because we had another region and more often than not, it involved people that weren't on the show.
Right.
How comfortable are we giving a non-show member, not in the Nether region, a number 1 seed in the tournament? That's all. That was what I was saying.
So then you have 4 where you get to Don.
On 880 ESPN New York and ESPN Iraq. We're so bad.
I don't hate that either.
But you don't love it as 1.
That's a pretty good one. But wasn't there another one too? Wasn't there the one when he did what is it?
Somebody went behind
Don
the
Hahn
couch and found like a Harness Wagner rookie card or something. Harness. You never know.
Harness Wagner?
Harness
These are better.
Hornus.
It's
still a stupid name.
These are still better.
What's
the one where he messed up our
Hahn
name?
and Rosenberg, but we're going Rosenberg Hahn.
Hahn, like that.
Rosenberg Hahn, and that's a 12.
Yeah, that can't be a 12.
Well, listen, we're not going to completely revamp.
We can't.
This region.
It's Anthony. We can't. It's too much.
It's too much. What I would say is this: if there is one in that top 8 that you guys view as, why is this not a 1 over the 1? And you guys clearly don't feel great about Flage, Strange.
Then you say clean swap.
I say we just swap them. And if you guys are cool with that, because again,
what about Judicus for going from 7 to 1?
I don't mind that one. Especially because of who we're on the phone. Ben's on the phone.
That's the Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
Listen, I would certainly be comfortable with that. Jacob obviously has been a staunch defender of Strange Flage.
So Jacob, you are, because it is Talk About It Tuesday.
We should talk about it.
You want to talk about the fact that you believe there's any reasonable argument
I'm not saying
Flage should be number 1?
I'm not saying there's any reasonable argument why Flage should be number 1, but I also do not see why there's not a strong number 1 in the flubs. Like, this was part of the reason, too, with me, Anthony, running into, like, some of the other regions had stronger ones or, like, they had more of abundance to pick from. The flubs, there wasn't too many flubs to go from, and then not only that, too many flubs to, like, rank 1 high enough that we felt strongly about. Like, it was something that we've, like, laughed at, we thought about it, and then, like, its usefulness through the show.
How about this? Anthony, what if we put a poll? Can you do polls on YouTube? Or is it just 2 options?
I could see how many I could add.
Is there a way to do 4 options?
I think it's like 3 or 4.
Because I'd be curious to put like 3 or 4 in the YouTube. Yep. All right. What if we said, what should be the number 1 overall seed?
Okay.
The Strange.
Okay.
You can leave that there. The Don Interrupts commercial.
Okay.
The Harbog.
Okay.
Or the
Don Hahn and Rosenberg, but we're going Rosenberg Hahn.
What do you think about those 4 options? Because the thing for me, Alan, the reason I feel strongly about the Harbog is how bad a pronunciation it is of something that everyone knows that's correct.
No, I get it.
Mixed with how much we used it, because right after it happened, it was in the middle of the Harbaugh thing, right?
I totally get it.
So a lot of usage. So I think those 4, can we live with the results of a YouTube vote?
I'll do you one better, Peter. On
Go
top
ahead.
of that, because this was a conversation we're going to have to get into also.
Yeah.
For years.
Yeah, sure.
Since 1947.
Yeah, sure.
This tournament has been on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah.
We have quite the abundant audience on YouTube.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how many polls you could put up at a time.
Excuse me?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So the problem with that is, and I'm seeing it now, because of course we have if you want to go vote on YouTube right now, for the number 1 seed in the flub region, what will happen is if Flage gets knocked off, it will swap with whatever you guys have chosen.
We're currently at 29-30 votes, and Strange has 0 votes.
Yeah, listen, it was and that's what made me say it, because you guys have disagreed before. This seemed egregious, so I need to make it right. I need to make it right. Now,
this is egregious.
I love Anthony for this, by the way. I believe strong leadership isn't about pretending you don't make mistakes. It's about acknowledging the mistakes and addressing them.
And
I love that.
them.
I love this for him.
And fixing the problem right away.
Yeah,
this is what a good committee
does.
This
is the way you get extended and get a longer career.
What's unfortunate is I really was going to suggest we do the polls on YouTube this year, but you can only put up 1 at a time. There's too many matchups in the beginning rounds to do that.
That's very difficult.
I can't do it. Now, maybe
but it is fun to watch the voting.
Maybe later in the tournament, maybe Final 4 or Elite 8 or maybe the championship, I throw in the YouTube. I think we're still going to have to, I know people are going to be upset with this, I think we're still going to have to keep votes on Thursday on Twitter. It's probably the easiest for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, and you're going to make a
drop
big part
the
of
link
this
in the
YouTube.
chat, and they can just
Steve
click and go.
Brzezinski weighed in and says, no less of an authority than Steve Brzezinski.
Right.
It says, we need Andrew Gunling to be an arbitrator for this
I appreciate
situation.
the 2% of people that felt bad enough for me to actually put the Flauché drop in. That's good. Thank you very much. That's nice.
So far, 86 votes, 87 now, 2% for Stranger. It's going to be close, though, I'll tell you. It looks like you have Don interrupting the commercial with a solid lead at 45%.
Wow.
And then you have Harbaugh and Don Rosenberg Hadon at 29 and 23, respectively. This is going to be a good race between the three.
Interesting. So they love the interrupting the commercial part.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
he
listen,
thought it was an actual
Ballard
song.
has reached out to me multiple times.
As he always does.
And said, I want to let you know that in my opinion, and he's been listening since 47 at Jace.
Okay.
Ballard believes that not only should it be the number one overall seed in the tournament, he believes that Don interrupting the commercial could be on the Mount Rushmore of Drop Madness. How about that? Now, I don't know that I feel that strongly about it, but there's obviously some sort of special thing. The fact that Don...
So Ballard is suggesting that this could be a UCLA-type program.
Yeah.
Where it's just, we'll talk about that drop for years to come and use it as a standard of the greatness of Drop Madness.
And not only that, it's going to redefine what it means when we say 25 a month.
25 a month.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg with you until 7.
In your ears.
Same sweet number in your ears. You know, I wish we should, when we give out the number for our callers.
Say the same sweet number?
We should just say that. Same sweet number in your ears.
I don't like your rap voice that you're doing for this terrible commercial. And that was the worst part, is that, Don and I had the hip-hop fight a couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
And Don has admitted that it's been a tough couple of weeks for him in hip-hop, and that this was the more egregious foul. The fact that he thought this commercial for Optimum was just a song that Jacob was playing by choice to rejoin the show.
No, his argument with you was a technical foul.
Right.
Him jumping in thinking this was an actual hip-hop song and an intro to a segment, that's a flagrant 2. Eject.
He's out. He's out of the game.
25 a month.
Don Hahn and Rosenberg with you until 7.
In your ears. Get Optimum famously famous.
I wish.
So what do you think? We keep it up till ENN?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let him
I
go.
think you got to give it time.
Keep it up till ENN. That's what we do. Around this time, Peter, what is it? 4 o'clock usually we do it?
Yeah.
And then by 6 o'clock, like 6:20 is when we usually
That's when we wrap it.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Anthony, God bless.
No, he's done a hell of a job.
This is exactly how you do it.
This is how you lead.
This is how you lead.
I'm glad we talked this out. I feel better about it now.
That's what Talk About It Tuesday's all about. We talk through things.
Mm-hmm.
I think that our show can be an inspiration for the rest of the country. When we have issues here, when we have problems, we talk through them. We find our common ground. We realize that we have more similarities than we have differences, and we find solutions. And look what we did here. And that's why, Anthony, you've proven something, not just to Jacob, not just to Alan, not just to me, not just to Don. You've proven something to this nation about what we can all be.
This is perfect right before the War Baseball class. Yes, that too. That makes me feel good.
That'll be the funny part, is when that wins the tournament.
Oh, that'll make me really happy.
Is when You Suck Busick goes the whole way. What was that? That's
how you living?
What?
That might go on a run, though. You suck
Busick.
That really could. That could be.
It's tough.
That could be a Butler type of franchise here.
It's well. Then don't forget though. Anthony has a couple of tough drops in trouble, including
before. Well, yeah, that's before.
I hate it. Every time I hear it, I
can't even bury that one because I wasn't. I couldn't. How could I cut it? I didn't know what happened.
No. It's so troubling.
Yeah, really. That can't win. Not allowed.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of troubling stuff in here.
Hey, look, Greca, open your mouth.
And, of course, Alan has a big one in this. Whoa.
Pound it, Donnie. Pound it. Yeah.
You know? And of course, the 16 to me could challenge the 1. Here's the 1. I had diarrhea that you dream about. By the way, underrated is Anthony's in the middle of the I had diarrhea. Because he was in the room, I believe, doing ENN perhaps. So listen to his ad-lib. I had diarrhea that you dream about.
I wasn't ready for that.
And
this was during ENN, clearly.
That's up against the 16 seed. Richard, have you ever heard of Brazzers?
No.
I mean, that's a hell of a matchup for a Thursday afternoon. You throw on True TV, you don't know what you're getting, and you see that as the 116?
Right.
That's what makes this tournament special.
All right, who's calling the game? You know what I mean? You don't even care at that point.
Yeah, you're just here for a good time.
You don't need Harlan. You don't care. It just suddenly became a good one.
No less of an authority and no less of a friend of ours than the great Dawn from Madison Square Garden has reached out.
Oh,
she says we love Dawn. She says it's that Dawn makes the song sound like it's part of the show with the in your ear coming in after he says DHR. Didn't think it's a number one, but there's an argument for it. I love the thoughtfulness of Dawn on this topic. Well, right now, as we wrap up talk about it, we're about 200 votes in. You can vote if you want to vote on where the seating should be. You have to go right now to the ESPN New York YouTube. We are live on ESPN New York YouTube. Go to our live, jump in there, and you can simply vote. And right now, Don interrupting the commercial is at 48%. Richard Harbog is at 23%. And Don Rosenberg Hahn is at 24%. Stranger, a lowly 6%. So we'll follow that and do much more, plus ENN at 6 o'clock. That was Talk About It Tuesday right here on Don Hahn Rosenberg.
NBA moves fast, and the stars move faster. With DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, you're never a step behind. DraftKings keeps pace with every play, offering industry-leading live betting, dynamic odds that shift as the game unfolds, and more open markets more often. They're live when others aren't, so you're always in the game when it matters most. Get in on the action with live player props as the most exciting performances unfold in real time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code WHSQ. That's code WHSQ. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problems gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Start spreading the news. New York Yankees baseball is back in the Bronx. Come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, April 4th for a Yankee Stadium promotional giveaway tradition. Calendar night. The first 40,000 in attendance will receive a New York Yankees calendar courtesy of MasterCard. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, it's Yankees calendar night on Saturday, April 4th against the Miami Marlins. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Progressive knows sports brings people together, but you gotta feel bad for people who don't even get it. Some people will never know what it's like to see their favorite team's hopes decided by a ping pong ball to draft the next superstar. Or not. I mean, sure, it's silly for your happiness to hinge on the success of a 20-year-old entry-level employee, but you just can't help yourself. The stress is exhilarating. Progressive can't bring people together like the draft, but we can bring your home and auto insurance together with a bundle. So switch and see if you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states or situations.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Join ESPN New York for a huge rivalry night at the Calandras Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey. Come hang and watch the game with Rick DiPietro, Devils legend Ken Danico, Alan Hahn, and Peter Rosenberg. It's going to be a big Devils-Rangers watch party tomorrow night. Join the guys starting at 3 p.m. for a special happy hour and broadcast. Then stick around for the 7 p.m. puck drop with big screens, great food, and the best fans in hockey all under one roof. Reservations are recommended. Brought to you by Calandras Italian Village.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter.
Let's get some calls going here. 800-919-3776, of course, is the number. Some people want to talk some Knicks here, so why don't we do that with Sean in Bloomfield first. Go ahead, Sean. Hello, Sean.
Hello, guys. Thanks for taking the call.
You got it. What's up?
Alan, I almost always respect everything you say about the Knicks. If you say 10 things, I agree with 9 of them. Mikal Bridges only kind of being a problem since the All-Star break is a joke. He has been absolutely atrocious since the minute he put on a Knicks jersey. All the 30-point games, the 35-point games in Brooklyn, we only got that because Brooklyn stunk, and there was nobody else there to take any shine. That's why he shined there. He's an awful Knick. He's not built for the city. Everything you mentioned about his character earlier proves that. He run. I'm so tired of seeing him run under the basket, jump up in the air, spin around, and throw the ball out of bounds. How many times are we going to watch this? He's not playing late in the games because he stinks. He's brutal. He's a liability on offense and defense. And I don't know where we go from here. We just gave him an extension. Nobody's going to take him off our hands with him playing like this.
It is something that going forward, you know, like you got it. Like that's the problem. Is like Tom Thibodeau trying to maximize what he is. Mike Brown's trying to maximize what he is. And when he got to the playoffs last year, he started to play better. He made impacts defensively. He had a couple of good games. Still didn't really shoot the three that well. But he made you feel like, okay, that's what you did. That's why you traded those picks. But I got to be honest with you, so I can't argue with anything that you said. It has not been a good fit. It hasn't. The idea at the trade, when they made the trade at the time, it felt like what a missing piece, what another great piece, another wing guy, wing defenders. That was something we knew all around the league. That's what you had. And that was his reputation, a guy that could score but also could defend. And he had played on a team that had gotten to the finals. So he's part of winning. He knows how to be a role player on a winning team. You thought all that stuff made sense. And then you watch him every day, game to game, and you see how he can get lost, how he kind of if he's not getting the ball, he does disappear and allows himself to disappear. His compete level is not where it needs to be on a consistent basis. And it does make you feel like, okay, you paid a tax because Brooklyn wasn't going to send him across the river for nothing. You were going to pay extra than any other team was going to do. But the Knicks thought this could be one of those key pieces to a championship roster. And it has not shown to be that for the majority of the time. So everything that he just said, I can't argue with it. I can't tell him he's dead wrong. But I know that his numbers before the All-Star break were decent. He had some good games, and he was one guy that even when he had bad games, he kept putting on himself. He was not pointing at coaching, none of that stuff. But post-All-Star, he really has disappeared. Absolutely disappeared. And that is a concern.
Well, listen, his best moments came in the playoffs last year, right? And basically the closing moments of 2 games in the playoffs.
Defensively, yeah, he had huge games there, and he had some decent games along the way.
But overall, his output last year, this was a problem all year. His numbers were all down. From
Everybody
Brooklyn
thought it was him and Tibbs. Everybody thought it was about that until we're seeing it this year. Now it's like, all right, what's the problem now? You got rid of the coach that you didn't like. What's the problem now?
Let's go to Tyler in Suffolk County. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, how's it going, boys? Long-time fan, man. Long-time listener. First-time call. So, I wanted to talk about the WBC. I'm a huge fan of ESPN Radio, and I listen to you guys pretty much throughout the entire day. And I get a real irk in my heart the way you guys talk about the WBC, talking about it being, only an exhibition and that it doesn't matter. And I understand that. But, you have these professional athletes playing at the highest level telling you themselves. Now, you want to believe it's a gimmick or not, a conspiracy theory, sure. But they're telling you, multiple different athletes, some of the best athletes in the sport, telling you that these games mean the same, if not more, than playoff games and World Series games. And all I hear from ESPN hosts across the board on all shows is, that they don't know what they're talking about, or like almost that you think these guys are lying. These games, you see the excitement that these players play with during these games. They don't have this excitement during the regular season, and those games do count. So why is it that, you kind of poo-poo these games in a way where, it really doesn't matter? And sure, the stats don't matter. The wins and losses don't necessarily, matter. But you have these professional athletes at the top of the sport telling you that it matters.
Okay.
Tyler, and yet all I hear across is the host telling the fans that it doesn't.
I know, and there's the reason is very simple. And Tyler, and I appreciate you have a passion for it, and I appreciate your argument. I'm not telling you you're wrong, but when the manager of the U.S. team doesn't know the situation, how invested is he? When players on the roster leave to go back to their teams for spring training, how invested are they? You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of part of it that I think we're all looking at is leading up to, and I'll say it again, the semifinal game against the Dominican Republic had me, all right, I'm into this, right? Because you knew there was something big about it. Baseball fans who love baseball, you're in already. You're hooked. You're into it because it's baseball and because it does have this feel of a competitive elimination kind of thing, a pride thing, all that other stuff. But for everyone else who's invested in other things currently right now, like between, whether it's Don with hockey, me with the NBA, there's a lot of things that's pulling you away from something like baseball, which we're not used to really watching right now. If I'm not seeing something that compelling, it's not drawing me in. That's just reality. No one is doing this because we're trying to bash baseball. No one is saying this because we hate the sport of baseball or we don't want it to be great. This is our professional opinion because we are in the world of what's the most important things happening in sports right now for us to talk about. We're in that world every day, man. And if we aren't getting drawn to it right away out of the gate, and then we see the first thing we saw that became a story was DeRosa not knowing the situation with his own damn team and almost costing the U.S. a chance to play in the knockout rounds. You can't tell me that that's not something that for those of us on the periphery, because we're locked into other things, traditional things happening right now, you can't tell me that that's not a reason for us to look at it and go, how important can this be if this guy's not even aware of what's going on? Where players are leaving the team in the middle of the tournament.
That was the one. That's how I felt.
That's the stuff where you're like, all right, is this big to Puerto Rico? Is this big to the Dominicans? Is this big to Venezuela? Was it big to Japan? I don't know. How did Japan play in that game? The Italian team, let's be honest, is it a bunch of guys from Italy? No, but it was big to them because it meant something and it was fun. They had fun with it. That was fun. It got real when we got to the knockout round.
But
we're all invested now.
And I think some of this, it kind of stinks that Don's not here today because I think Don was the harshest take on the WBC.
Yeah, and he's a baseball guy.
And he's the biggest baseball guy here, and he was the hardest on it, and he's not here today.
Yeah.
But yeah, listen, I think we've all been very impressed by the level of interest there is, and we'll see what happens tonight and how much conversation there is tomorrow. We still have a lot of calls on it. We'll get to you guys next. Big 5 o'clock hour, and right now, guys, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, moneyline spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to learn more. 21 and over. Physically present in New York. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets. Expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. We're going to start off in Jersey 80 westbound. Looks like we might have a crash in the express lanes over by 17 in Lodi. Bumper-to-bumper ride from the Turnpike in Richfield Park. Inbound Georgia, about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Heaviest ride to the outbound side. Cross Bronx westbound, crawling from White Plains Road on through. Outbound Lincoln and Holland Tunnels are only about 15 to 20 minutes each. Rough ride on the Cross Island northbound. Just picked up a big accident over by the UBS Arena. Still solid on the belt eastbound from JFK and Queens. Westbound belt, some pockets of slowdowns heading over to the Verrazano in Brooklyn from Flatbush Avenue. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
If you love great food and smart prices, you need to know about Wild Fork Foods. Right now, beef tenderloin is only $10 a pound, and Atlantic salmon portions are just $9.98 a pound. That's serious value on awesome quality cuts. Plus, Wild Fork offers over 450 meat and seafood options, all blast frozen to lock in freshness and flavor. Visit one of their 7 stores across Long Island and New Jersey, or get same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-568-2790. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-568-2790. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-568-2790 or biglou.com.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Don Hahn Rosenberg, ESPN New York. A lot to get to, including an idea to prevent tanking.
I love this idea.
That Alan Hahn is extremely excited to bring to the table here. It's something that was moving around Twitter earlier, and we want to bring to you guys. So, Alan, we're going to get to that in a minute. Let's take a couple more calls. A lot of people have been on hold, and then we'll move forward. How does that sound?
Yep, that works.
All right, we start with Rob in Nyack. What's up, Rob?
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Good, man. How are you?
Good.
Rob?
The other day.
Okay.
It's World Baseball Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, did my
You cut out at first. Try again.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. Okay, so back to Don's point the other day, like young Aaron Judge, he's not picturing playing in the World Baseball Classic. Like me, World Baseball Classic, he's like me. We all thought Game 7 of the World Series. And Peter, you were close to the point before, and I understand if like you wouldn't want to go there. We don't want to show our cards. But luckily in this country, like our kids are able to dream of playing in the World Series. Some of these kids in these other countries, they're not thinking about Major League Baseball or the World Series. They're thinking about digging their families out of a community with the type of poverty that we don't even have in this country. So the level of excitement among those players, and again, if you're from Venezuela, how many athletes from Venezuela have even just the chance to wear their flag on their shoulder on a global stage where people in Japan and all across North America are watching? So I can't imagine the pride that would come along with that. So I just think, like, you know, if we put ourselves in other people's shoes, we could see, while we might not value this tournament because we have so much going on and we're a pretty privileged country, we are a great country at the end of the day, despite some things. Some of these other people, like, this is it. Like, the ability to wear that flag on your shoulder in that country across your chest is once in a lifetime.
Yeah. No, Rob, listen, there's a few things. I think that's a really compelling point that you make. But also, like we said earlier, there's the fact of the matter is the way sports intersects with culture, family, fun is different in other places and cultures than it is here. And like Alan said, it's like here we literally root to win. Whereas in other parts of the world, while winning is a huge deal, the entire experience is about having a good time. And so you see that party in the players and in the fans in a way like, and Don said this yesterday, and I think we started getting there as the show went on. I think, Alan, everyone is taking our criticism of this conversation and thinking it's us dumping on the WBC. And I think if we're being honest, we're more dumping on the way the U.S. has been involved in the WBC.
Because that's my interest.
And they've kind of ruined your interest
I can't
by
apologize
the lack
for
of
that.
No,
because that's what it is.
They
my
leave in the
interest
tournament
is in
early.
my country, right? Like I'm interested in my country. So if you want to know, like, and this kind of goes to another conversation of I'm not allowed to have an opinion about my country because you're mad that it sounds like I'm being critical of your country having fun, and that's not what it's about. It's not about you. It's about me and how I feel about my country. And my country, what didn't look like they were really that all in, and they weren't having fun. They weren't doing things like the other. And again, the Italian team, come on. Like that's like you would say, Italian Jace team. Like, but, and that's fine. But like the Venezuela team, every single one of them dreamed to play in the World Series. There's only 3 players on the roster that aren't on a major league team. So we're not talking about they took kids out of villages and put a team together. These are all guys that have made it. So yes, when you get to a level like a lot of these guys do where they know they've got a chance at the show, they all want to be in the show. And they all want to win a World Series. They all want to, of course, like everyone else in the world, make money to help my family so I can get them out of whatever they're in. Everybody has that dream. Everybody does. That's why it's called the American dream, because it's possible in this country, which is why you see Cuban players do the most incredible things to defect from their country just so they can play. I mean, the El Duque and Levon Hernandez story is unreal. Unreal. And we all saw it happen and unfold right in front of us. So I don't want this to start to become a thing of, why don't you love this thing like we all do? when I can tell you, because for me and my rooting interest in it, my interest in it is my country. And until the semifinal, my country looked like they didn't even know, what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to win this thing? How does this work? And they almost didn't even get to the quarterfinal because of a clerical error. That's kind of, if that's not typical, I don't know what is. So that's why I don't want it to become this thing where it's like you're crapping on something that I love. I'm sorry. You love it for the reasons you love it. But I wasn't into it until recently because I wasn't given a reason to be into it. Isn't that fair? And shouldn't you consider my point of view, or is mine not valid? That's the part that I get a little frustrated about. Why isn't my point of view valid here?
Because they're taking it at, no, it's not that they don't think it's valid. I think it's that they don't understand the view. Because your view...
I tried to explain it as best I could.
You did, but remember...
These guys didn't look like they gave a rip. The guy went back to his team. I'm good. No, I want to be with the boys. We're going to go on a run. I want to win this thing. I want to be in the dugout when we win.
But remember, Don was not just there. Don was very much on, this whole thing has no history. It's just an exhibition. We can't ignore that on this show where we're all talking, Alan, there was another point being made loud and clearly about, like, this whole thing's a joke. That was there. And then you have the people who are rooting for other countries that care, and they're going, what do you mean it's a joke? But Alan, you're stuck going, well, my interest point is the U.S., and they're making it a joke.
Yeah.
So I think it's not that people don't respect your opinion. It's that it's been a confusing sort of mishmash of things.
Yeah, it's not. The respect part is, look, like I said, with anything, opinions are based on your point of view. So a lot of times opinions aren't wrong. You could say some are misguided, some aren't. They lack a depth in information. That can happen. But an opinion like this is simply, do I like it or do I don't like it? And in the beginning, I wasn't moved because of what I said. And so I'm noticing the last 2 days, maybe it is more Don, I don't know, but I was on Don's side. But this notion that just because the way I can, my relatability is the American team. And the American team was a juggernaut that was kind of like batting the bunny. And the manager was kind of clueless on something. And that didn't come off great. And I got Aaron Judge telling me that this is like, oh, this is bigger than a World Series. I'm like, dude, like what? Like there's a lot of things that I couldn't understand. And then I watched, and I told you, I did the Knicks game the night of the DR-US game. And Ray Santiago, our great, he's a great producer in the morning, and he also does an amazing job on Knicks and Rangers coverage as well for the radio broadcasts. I was working the game with Tyler Murray on Sunday night. He had that game on his laptop, watching it closely, and I had an eye on it with him, and we had fun. We did that thing that a lot of people do. Like, it used to be in the old days, you stand in front of the black and white TV in the store window. We were doing kind of that, gathered around a laptop, watching the last at-bats of that game. And that's the moment I said, okay, I'm in. Right? Like, saw the replays of the Judge throw, saw the moments. All right, I'm in. Like, now we see some passion. Now we see, like, a want to win this thing. Now I'm in. So it took me a little longer than it took the rest of you, but it doesn't make me. I don't like this idea of, well, you don't really like baseball, you're a hater. It's ridiculous.
I have a bit of news here. We have the breaking news sound over there.
Oh,
this is big.
Breaking
news. From an undisclosed location, perhaps inside an iron lung, I don't know.
Don?
We have our very own Donald Marco LaGreca who wants to weigh in. Wow.
Can he? Wait, is he okay? Can he speak?
I don't know. Let's hear him.
Oh no.
Don?
Bubble Boy.
Yes.
Oh.
Let me hear you. Let's hear you. Let's hear you for a second.
Struggling.
Hello. Well, sorry. I'm just really nasally.
You are really nasally.
Very nasally.
I told you.
I'm really. It's not good.
No, and by the way, you couldn't have turned on your Comrex. You may be too nasally to even hear you on the phone. It's all nasal.
Well, I'm not going to go down. I'm in bed.
Oh,
I came back from the doctor.
You're asking him to get out of the bubble.
I'm with fever. I might not even be conscious. I might not even actually be on the phone right now.
Wow.
We're not going to go down and hook everything up, so I'm going to call. I've been listening. Fantastic, by the way. I think maybe you should move on from me. That's how good the show's been.
Well, if you don't make it, we might have to. This might have to.
Listen, it's on the table. It's on the table. But no, I never called the WBC a joke. You're painting a picture. I was being very harsh at the fact that we're being told that this is so important, and yet 5 minutes ago the manager didn't know the rules. So I'm just trying to keep it in perspective, okay? It's a fun exhibition. I'm not telling you not to be into it. I'm not telling you not to get excited about it. I'll be watching tonight, but it is what it is, right. And I don't want people to think that, Peter, you said that I said it was a joke. I never said it was a joke.
Did I say you said it was a joke?
And I believe, you know how it is whenever, I don't think I'm telling tales out of school, but if there's like a big game on ABC or ESPN, hey guys, when you get on the air, talk up that we've got the college football championship game, or talk up we got this or that. And I think they've been told, hey guys, talk this thing up, especially after what happened to Rosen. That was embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've got Judge saying what he's saying, and I'm not saying he's lying. I'm not saying he was prodded into it. I'm just saying that I think, remember, 3 years ago he didn't want to play in this game.
Yeah.
So I do think there's a certain amount of pressure. Like they all came in today. I don't know if you guys saw it with the USA hockey jerseys on.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of just feeds into my thought that like they probably feel a little bit of pressure to kind of keep this momentum going.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all for it. But it's not the Olympics, and that's fine.
I think the word exhibition.
But that's what it is.
I know. From a literal standpoint, it's not part of their professional, record or anything. But I think when you throw it, it's just an exhibition. It does sort of zap the meaning for the people who care deeply about it. Maybe that's what they're feeling.
Well, the question is, where will this end up on the resume of these guys? Like when Aaron Judge goes to the Hall of Fame, is it going to be mentioned on his plaque that he won the 2026 World Baseball Classic? Probably not. But it's a fun thing to do because what else are we doing? We're going to be watching load management basketball. We're going to be watching exhibition spring training baseball. That doesn't mean anything. I just think just putting it in perspective. That's all. I mean, you made the point of the show so far when you said about how Judge can't win tonight. Because if he goes 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, he's going to get killed. And if he hits a grand slam home run to win the game, the Yankee fans are going to go, well, why did he do that in the World Series?
It's a tough spot for him. He better just hope he doesn't get a clutch moment. Just play the game and move on.
Yeah. But once we hit the baseball season, then it's going to be a different thing. But I'm not killing it. I'm just trying. I do think, and Alan made the point yesterday, because I go through this, and Alan goes through it too, and you might go through this with wrestling sometimes in certain pockets, of please like my sport.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot of baseball fans out there like, why aren't you loving this? Why aren't you? Because I know what it is. You're a diehard baseball fan. You love it. Bob Costas said it a couple of weeks ago. That's kind of what he figured people would be into. Trying to win other people over, I think it is what it is. I think it's fun, but I'm not saying it's a joke, but I'm also not comparing it to the Olympics or comparing it to a World Series game. I'm sorry. I just can't do that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. But, like you really have to be all in or not. And I don't understand why it's okay. It's not okay to just – I have my perspective on it. Why is this wrong? And I'm not – but I think it's a matter of, well, then don't dump on it so much. Instead, just let it be. All right, then don't talk about it at all.
Well, why is putting it in perspective dumping on it? Like, we're going to all of a sudden bring out the
because we don't have the
pom-poms. I asked you guys on Friday if you're into it, you both said no. Like, we're just being honest.
I wasn't.
Now, we watched
the game Sunday night
over the weekend, and we got kind of hooked.
Yeah. And isn't that what's supposed to be?
That's the way it is.
And, Don, isn't that how it's supposed to go? That's literally how it's supposed to work.
Exactly.
It's those who aren't. I've always, again, the diehards, you are the users. The pushers don't go to you because they know you're going to come to them. What you're trying to do is get new customers. You're trying to draw people in who aren't normally there. They're not going to show up because they've got other things to do.
But
that's what happened to me is that I had other things to do, and now I'm like, wait a second, this has got my attention. I want to check this out.
But again, this could be somewhat perspective, though. It could be somewhat perspective in the sense, like I mentioned. Like Don, there could be more, and Alan, there could be more casual fans whose backgrounds are from these other countries, They're not normally locked into Major League Baseball. They are coming on board because they want to watch this thing. And maybe that will make them more excited when the season starts.
No, listen. There's no question about that. But like the World Cup, nobody is ever going to question the general interest of the World Cup. But will Americans be as into it as they are in other countries? That's a great thing about the United States, the melting pot. Everybody's got like a background. So I understand if you're from Venezuela, if you're from the Dominican Republic, that you're going to be really fired up about this. But we, as Americans, it's our sport. We don't feel like we've got to prove anything to anybody.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a whole 162-game season that's going to start in 10 days that's going to be able to take up a lot of our attention. So, hey, I felt the same way about the Four Nations. I rolled my eyes like, this is going to be kind of corny. Four countries, Russia's not in it, Switzerland's not in it. And then all of a sudden there's a line brawl in the game between the United States and Canada, and I was hooked.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden I'm watching the game. When I came back on Friday, I got into Canada-U.S., and I got into the game the other night. But I don't think there's anything wrong putting it in perspective. We every single day, guys, we tried to bring something up about the WBC. It gained no traction. And now people are slowly getting into it. But don't kill us that we weren't. Don't kill us that we weren't on board from the very beginning, because I think a lot of people weren't on board at the very beginning.
Well, Don, listen, I hate to do this to you, but
wow.
No,
wow.
He sounds too sick.
This guy is on his deathbed.
No, I'm doing. You know what I'm doing? I'm saving his life.
He's given us effort. He doesn't have the cough button, so if he's got to let one out, he's going to do it.
We love you, Don.
I suck. I feel terrible about tomorrow. I mean, really, when I got the news from the doctor.
No one feels more terrible than Peter and I, Don.
Yeah, believe me. It's the Don. Don, you had to get sick when we're literally having an event that should be called the Don LaGreca Live Show from New Jersey, a celebration of Don LaGreca.
The Don LaGreca Hockey Palooza in New Jersey.
However, Peter will appreciate this. We did do a Michael K. Show beach bash without Michael K.
That is a great point.
That did happen.
This is that. All right, Don, get better, though. We love you.
Yeah, please get better.
I love you guys. I saw it.
Brother.
All right, get better. The only one thing I have to ask
you playing
right
him
now,
out, though?
I was helping him. That's called love.
You playing him out is
I'm looking
diabolical.
at our group chat. Everyone in the group chat was going, Don, please rest. What are you doing? Please hang up. Please rest. So I played him out. Because when you listen to Don talk, the only question you have is, wait, turn my sound back on.
That timing would have been perfect. I was concerned when I picked up the phone.
He didn't sound good.
No. He sounded like just one giant nose on a neck.
But you know what? You know why that encourages me, though?
How you living? What?
Because he felt good enough to pick up the phone and call.
Oh, he can't.
He can't help it. He has to do it.
Because he does not like hearing his name besmirched by other callers, so he feels like, I got to stand up for myself.
He felt besmirching. Yeah, no, he felt a besmirching of some sort. I didn't sense besmirch.
Happening.
I didn't feel besmirch. I wasn't attempting a besmirch.
There was some smirch.
But
it wasn't besmirch.
No, it wasn't besmirch. Maybe a C-level smirch.
C smirch, B-minus smirch.
Yeah, maybe a C or D-level smirch at best. He was besmirched. He wasn't besmirched. 1-800-919-3776. Are you hyped? What level of excitement? Like, do people have bar plans for the WBC tonight? Like, also,
it's St. Patrick's Day.
So you got St. Patrick's Day.
No other bar plans.
And I bet there are Venezuelan fans out there. I guarantee you there are going to be a few Venezuela bars tonight that are absolutely on fire for the game. I'm curious. We're curious about that, plus your thoughts on what Stephen A. had to say about Jalen Brunson and Mikal Bridges. We got ENN at 6. It's Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control with mosquito services, you score big savings. I use them. It's that time of year. It's getting warmer out. The ants are coming back. Some of the bees, hornets. It's time to really look it up. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside.
Join ESPN New York for a huge rivalry night at the Calandras Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey. Come hang and watch the game with Rick DiPietro, Devils legend Ken Danico, Alan Hahn, and Peter Rosenberg. It's going to be a big Devils-Rangers watch party tomorrow night. Join the guys starting at 3 p.m. for a special happy hour and broadcast. Then stick around for the 7 p.m. puck drop with big screens, great food, and the best fans in hockey all under one roof. Reservations are recommended. Brought to you by Calandras Italian Village.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge, or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Hi, I'm John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. You know what's interesting about the words personal injury? The first word is person. And at D'Agostino & Associates, that word means everything. That's because I handpick every person in our firm, from the pleasant professional person who answers your call to the experienced person litigating your case in court. Because every person in my firm is an extension of me, and the only way to exceed our clients' expectations is to deliver the highest level of personal service every single time. And that starts with hiring the right people. You see, we know that every client is a person too. Someone going through the toughest time in their lives and deserves to be more than just a file number. At D'Agostino & Associates, we put the person back in personal injury. So call 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222 and ask for me, John D'Agostino. And let's talk about your case, person to person. D'Agostino, law, bite back.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. 5th Avenue back open following the St. Patrick's Day parade cleanup. You've got access again between the 40s and the 80s on the east side. Bumper to bumper at the Whitestone Bridge trying to make your way into the Bronx. Just picked up a broken down car mid-span. Still backed up onto the northbound Whitestone Expressway in Queens. You're solid from Northern Boulevard and City Field. Best of it's the outbound George, southbound Egan and Henry Hudson. West Side Highway northbound. Some heavy pockets of slowdowns from the 70s. Inbound Georgia about 10 to 15 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln already at 10 to 15 minutes. Outbound Holland 15 to 20. This report is sponsored by WeatherBug. Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecast with the WeatherBug. It's easy to use so the weather never takes you by surprise. Download the free WeatherBug app in the App Store today. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, save more on what goes into the job. Add power to your lineup with a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt 20-volt max tool. Plus, get up to 35% off select major appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, and more. Get the job done right. Keep more in your pocket. That's Pro Savings Days. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
Oh, yeah. How about, what do I have? How about a little, I'm going to give you, because I'm in the
game
mood.
time?
Yeah, why not? Game
Why
time.
not?
Game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time.
It's totally done.
It's
like
totally
that.
time. Knicks.
Oh, that'll be in next year's tournament.
You can mark it down right.
I suck.
Carlin lost gas in Iowa with Courtney.
Sorry?
That's
Now, you got the Knicks and the Pacers with coverage following us at 7 on 880, and then the Isles and the Leafs at 7 also. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cast matured Irish whiskey. To go grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly.
Nicely done.
I think my guy, Gary from Elite Auto, I'm a big fan of Elite.
Did he reach out?
I think Gary's going to get me a ride to the Calandras.
I considered it because we love Gary. We love Elite.
Yeah, they are elite.
They are elite. I think I'm gonna.
You're so far though, Alan. You're so far. It's like getting a ride to Detroit.
But when it's that long of a ride.
Oh yeah.
And it's not like it's the middle of the week. I'm not going to be drinking like it's a beach bash or something.
But you might want to have one adult soda.
Adult soda at 6:30 is not going to affect me when we leave after the game's over.
That's true.
So I just thought this is one of those, that late at night, I'm just going to try myself.
Take it on the chin?
I would probably put it a different way.
I suck.
Yeah, I hear you.
Carlin lost gas in Iowa with Courtney.
Sorry?
It's so good.
Let's talk to Andres in Lyndhurst. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, guys, I just have a question here for you guys here in relation to the Knicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I heard the caller's point earlier in relation to Mikal Bridges. I don't like to call myself a Mikal Bridges hater. I know Melo personally, and I spoke to him about this before when the last time I seen him. And I'm just not a Mikal Bridges fan, man. We traded away 5 first-round picks for this guy, and he's a role player. That's one. 2, he's soft. Every time he drives to the basket, turnaround, jump shot, fade away, he doesn't go in for that contact. His best game this season, he drove to the basket for contact, got to the line at least 6 times, 8 times in that game. He's averaging 1 free throw a game this year. His last 5 games, he's a minus 25.
Mm-hmm.
We just gave him an extension. How can Leon Rose recoup his assets? And this question's for both of you. How can Leon Rose recoup his assets this offseason if we're a first-round exit and trade away Mikal, and possibly even if Mike Brown wants to, he can go ahead and probably start Landry Shamet and bring Mikal off the bench for at least 20 minutes a game towards the end of the season so he could avoid burnout? Because it's probably burnout because this guy's an Iron Man, but he's just not a good player ever since he put on the orange and blue. I want to get your thoughts and your take on, what we can do to recoup our assets if he's such a liability in the playoffs.
It's going to reach a board. Yeah, Andres, it's going to reach a point, right, where the problem is not something you can ignore anymore or just keep saying things like you're hearing. Just got to keep trying. There are times he helps us. He's done some, like he had a big 3 late in the game in Indiana. There's things that you point to because you're trying to find positives within the weeds of a lot of things that are frustrating you about a player that you invested a lot in to trade for him and then to sign him to an extension. And he was one of the loudest people about a coaching change. And so there's a lot of things here that is not working in his favor when it comes to that. So that's why I think the patience is running thin. I'm just glad that it's not just Towns that is getting some of the vitriol now. I think it's important that it is spread out. Now, I also want to see what he does in the postseason because that is the time that matters most. I hope he's not saving himself. But everything Andres said is right. He's not physical at all defensively. Teams know it. He doesn't fight through screens as much as you need him to in today's pick-and-roll offense, how much point of attack is critical.
Okay.
And offensively, he isn't aggressive enough. He allows himself out of the game. Maybe not running the floor as hard as he should all the time. There was earlier in the season, he would break out, leak out a ton, get easy buckets. He was out on the run a lot. That's not there anymore either. Is this fatigue? Is this him hitting the wall? Or is this him just sort of just doing what he does, which is kind of float in, float out? It's maddening. You have every right to be frustrated. And there's one potential solution that goes beyond taking the hit, trade him for nothing, that kind of thing. They are talking about expanding the league. What happens with expansion, Peter? What do they usually do for expansion teams?
An expansion draft?
That's correct. You have to protect certain players. You protect your players, and then there's some you have to leave exposed so that they could draft. Would you just leave him exposed?
If that, you know what? I mean,
for a team that would just take him, and now they take him in his contract, and now you don't have your player.
How many keepers do you get?
Like out of a 15-man roster,
eight keepers.
Yeah, is it like half the roster? Like,
only 8 protected.
Yeah. So if you're protecting players, is he one? And I think there's something about how you can't protect all of your, like, you have to leave someone useful available. It can't just be, a bunch of G leaguers. Is there a motivation in some way to leave him unprotected with the hope that someone takes him and takes whatever's left of the contract? Now, it's not going to be next year because you're not adding a new franchise in 1 year. They're going to vote on this thing, and it might not be for another year or two, but that's like, what else can you do? If you try to trade him, you're not getting back what you gave up, number one. Number two, you might end up having to take back a contract that you don't want either. So I don't know. Right now, his value is not anywhere near where it was before you traded for him. Nowhere close. And it's not great. And the only one that can fix it is him. This is not on Mike Brown. It's on him. It's on Brunson and Hart, who are his boys, his Villanova guys. They know him best. It's on these guys. Dude, they need more from you. You got to be more. And it's not unfair to say this. It's a real thing because this is not a bad player. Look at his career. He's a good player. He's not a great player, but he's a good player who has made big plays. He's made some big plays in a Knicks uniform.
Not for you.
But you got to, accountability is okay sometimes. I know we are all careful with being critical of players, and we're very careful about saying things that might upset someone. There are times, though, that you do need to pound the table and grab somebody by the jersey and say, you're not doing enough for the team. And it's getting to that time right now with him.
Let's go to Spike in St. Pete. What's up, Spike?
Hey, boys, real quickly, just a comment on the WBC. I'm not a big baseball fan. You know my game. This is a great country because we have free will. But I listen to you a lot, Peter, and obviously you, Alan, putting sports aside for 10 seconds. We wind up trying to separate good from evil, and that's the problem. It's as simple as that. If you take a step back, and you have my, I just had another granddaughter. I'm going to finally meet her. I couldn't because of my situation. And Alan has 4 kids, and I heard, was it Emma just turned 10 or 11?
Callie.
Oh, Callie. Okay, so it's tough. It's tough to, your other show in the morning, Peter. I listen to it, and you pull apart a lot of things. It's tough. It's tough to be a parent today. All right, let me get to Bridges. Mm-hmm. Sorry for the segue.
It's all good.
He plays. This my buddy tells me this. He plays pretty. He's often matched up against the guys given 20, 25 pounds to. I didn't like the trade at the beginning because I didn't think he was tough. You gave away DiPietro because they wouldn't take Randall without DiPietro. We got rid of Randall, we'll open up the floor, and I still got a major beef on 2 issues. Now you'll answer one for me when I get off, and thanks for the time. Would you lay off, not anyone I'm talking to, lay off a cat? But he's so easy to pick on, and he's played for the last 20 games as good as anybody in the league. And I'll put in my case with that. Alan, did Scott Foster get 30 days no pay because he missed goaltending calls?
I don't know.
I just read it. I'm worried about AI. It took the league suspended February 23rd, a Lake-Boston game. Scott Foster, I'm afraid of AI, and if anyone would know, it'll be you. He got 30 days no pay. He missed 4 goaltending calls in a Lakers-Celtic game.
Yikes. I'll look for that.
It's all over the internet.
I'm not
I'm
big on the
afraid.
Okay.
Anyway,
I'm
I think
check
the
it out.
Knicks are going to get. Look it up. Anyway, I'm gonna listen to the show. It's great. I think the Knicks. I think Cleveland's going to knock off the Pistons. They don't have enough secondary scoring, and I think the Knicks are going to wind up playing Cleveland. Get out of the East, and then it's a crapshoot. That's my opinion now. I don't care about Bridges. I don't. We got to. And Brunson's getting beaten up like he fought Tyson.
Yeah. He's. By the way, he's doubtful tonight, Brunson. It says doubtful.
And what exactly is that about tonight?
Right ankle injury management. Which means it's something maybe in the Warriors game, affected him. And he just, might need a game, which this time of year guys do. You're playing the team with the worst record in the league, but they play hard against you. But they also have a ton of guys that are questionable tonight as well. So I don't know who Indiana's playing, but we learned Sunday night you can't take anything for granted, no matter who's lining up. I see nothing about Scott Foster in this thing, by the way.
It was a very, very spiked question, though. Let's
all over the internet, but that's
you're not
the problem.
seeing
Is like it never came across my. It didn't come across my eyes. So.
Let's go to Manny in Flushing. What's up, Manny?
Oh, thank God. Hey, guys, how y'all doing?
Manny.
How you doing, buddy?
How are you?
Good. Listen, look, all the noises of all the Mikal Bridges stuff and all the Brunson stuff. I mean, I'll get to Stephen A. later. The Knicks are 19-7, by the way. Can you imagine if they're 7-19? All hell will break loose around here. That's just me. I mean, they're third in the East. I think they'll be fine. They just got to play better. I mean, they got to kick off the habits, particularly the damn first quarters. I mean, it's driving me nuts. Yeah. But I want to say this about Stephen A. I mean, listen, Stephen A. needs to be very careful what he says about Jalen Brunson. If it weren't for Jalen Brunson, we wouldn't be in this position we are to now because, prior to Brunson's arrival, the Knicks have won one playoff series between 2001 to 2022. 21 years, okay? Since Brunson's arrival, we've won 4 playoff series in the Eastern Conference. He needs to get in. Stephen needs to get it on his head to be like I said before. He will go at Jalen Brunson. Listen, I'm not saying Brunson doesn't have faults because he has. But point the finger on him. I think it was totally unnecessary, unfair, and I thought it was a dangerous thing to do because he needs to be very careful of what he said. I mean, yes, for Mikal Bridges, yes, he has to play better. I mean, he will never be like a superstar or a star, but he has to understand his role. Listen, the Knicks traded 5 picks because they believe in you because you were part of. And people forget. In Phoenix, he was part of that team that got to the finals, and he was a defensive player of the year candidate back then.
Yes, he was.
But then when he goes to New York, unfortunately, his role got changed. I mean, yes, in Brooklyn, he was asked to be the guy, but he wasn't really the guy. He was pretty much on a team with they all used to say these invisible numbers. Like players, he has some great numbers, but that's not be a part of a winning team. But now he's in the Knicks. And listen, if this team do not get far in the playoffs, unfortunately, the criticism is going to be not just on him, but Leon Rose. And yes, they may make a change, but it'll be very hard for me to say. It'll be hard to say. I don't think it's going to change. That's who he is. That's it.
Yeah. He hit the that's it at just the right time.
I would say he hit it about 2.5 minutes too late. What we got?
Right, he hit the that's it.
Yeah, I hit the that's it about 90 seconds ago.
But you could tell even he knew.
That's it.
It's time to play it out.
He had to know. This was really going.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Let's go to Steve in New Fairfield. What's up, Steve?
Sure, Steve.
Hey man, a lot of playouts.
A lot of words in the last 5 minutes. What do you got for us?
We're coming right off the Oscars, so very timely. Mikal has been here long enough to establish a body of work that I think we know what he is. I mean, we thought we were getting an elite defender, a solid 3-scoring punch, and obviously that's not the case. The thing is, though, like Al, you put it very well. He floats in and out of season. He has his moments. The thing I think he really does care. You'll see him get worked up, get on teammates occasionally about defense.
Yeah.
I think he really cares. But when I want to go back to Al and Pete, I find it go back to the statement he made like a month ago. Don't you find it still a little odd? No one really knew what that was about. Or about I had to look at myself, be more coachable. What was that all about? I mean, is that relating to now his difficulties? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a great point. I brought that up earlier, Steve. Is that it was about a month ago where he was putting it on himself. Like I wasn't in the right place. I wasn't being coachable. I needed to be better and all that stuff. And it was revealing, and it was actually endearing because it's okay. This is cool. Like he's having a moment of truth.
Yeah.
And we thought maybe this will
thing for himself, like to motivate himself.
I don't know, but now when you ask him like, "What's up with you?" Because he's shooting, and his shooting percentage over the last 5-6 games has just got awful, especially from three. And he's not even shooting anymore. You can see he's hesitating to shoot. And so when you ask him about it, now he's like, well, sometimes the ball doesn't find me. I'm trying to find ways to stay aggressive. And that doesn't sound like a guy that's holding himself accountable anymore. That sounds like a guy that's starting to blame the system or other people are shooting, so I'm not part of it. And it's weird.
If he's not going to be that elite defender that we thought we were getting, Josh is not. He's a different point.
Like, think about this, Steve. When you got Anunoby, Anunoby's an elite defender. Elite.
Right.
And so you've got Anunoby, and there are games where Anunoby's not shooting the ball well. You got games where he's not getting the ball. But does he let up? Does you ever see him play soft defensively?
Right.
You never see that.
No, when he's playing, he's going.
Well, and when he's going offensively, now all of a sudden his defense goes to another level, which is human nature. But that's the problem. It's like for Mikal, you just look at him going like, bud, this is something I give Towns credit for all the crap we give him, is that he said after the All-Star break, you know what? I want to be a star in my role. I'm going to be elite at what this team needs me to do. And he's been one of the best rebounders in the league, and his three-point shooting has now gone up where it was bad early on. Mikal Bridges has to understand, just be elite at what they need you to do. And that is fight through screens, battle through screens, stay in front of people, don't get beat easily. Don't, if somebody just bodies you, don't just fall off and then let the guy make a layup and just kind of go, oh, well, he just bodied me. No, you got to go harder. And if you're worried about getting hurt because you don't want your streak to be broken, we got to have a conversation.
1-800-919-3776. Some more calls on the WBC to get to and stuff on Bridges as well. Plus, we got ENN coming up right around the corner at 6 o'clock right here on Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Right, Alan?
Yeah, that's true. And hey, I want to tell everybody about Rings End. This is one of my favorite new partners that we have here on the show because, as I've told you, we got some work getting done at the house. They're going to be part of it. They're coming to do some measurements. This is the exciting part now. The anticipation starts to build. In a couple of weeks, they're going to come and start measuring for not only replacement windows, but also adding windows as well. Now, this is why you go with a company like Rings End, because they work with pro contractors who build and remodel for a living. So the pros trust them, and that's why I can too, and you should as well, because they have premium brands and all kinds of things, not just windows and doors, decking, paint, lumber, kitchens, all the things to improve your home. They're a big part of it. They have built-to-last high-end product lines that contractors rely on. See, they do it right. They don't do it over. Now, they're not a national chain. They have regional expertise with 8 full-service lumber yards in Connecticut and Westchester County, and they have 12 freestanding paint centers. Rings End is family-owned and operated since 1902. That's 124 years in the business to you and me. Deep Northeast roots. They know your house. They know your area. They know what it needs. They also support local builders and communities, and you got to love that. If you can't make it to a store, you can shop online. ringsend.com. That's ringsend.com.
New York Knicks fans, here's a total slam dunk. For a limited time, get Verizon Fios and a line of mobile for just $64.99 a month with AutoPay. Get Fios 300 megabit per second for $20 a month. And unlimited welcome for $45 a month plus taxes and fees when you bring your own phone. Visit a Verizon store today to learn more. For new Fios internet and mobile customers, discounts applied over 36 months. Mobile and home discount enrollment required. Additional terms apply. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Right now, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament, and all you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. So if you want to get in the action, just visit FanDuel.com/local to learn more. Get in the action now to opt in and claim your bonus. FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Do you read more about your team in the off-season than in the season? Does your game day outfit include a brown bag with eye holes? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected. Because seeing your painted face in the rearview mirror after a loss isn't just depressing. It's distracting. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Join ESPN New York for a huge rivalry night at the Calandras Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey. Come hang and watch the game with Rick DiPietro, Devils legend Ken Danico, Alan Hahn, and Peter Rosenberg. It's going to be a big Devils-Rangers watch party tomorrow night. Join the guys starting at 3 p.m. for a special happy hour and broadcast. Then stick around for the 7 p.m. puck drop with big screens, great food, and the best fans in hockey all under one roof. Reservations are recommended. Brought to you by Calandras Italian Village.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Okay.
Knocking on heaven's door.
Not sure.
Clown show! Clown show! Clown show! Clown show!
What are we doing here?
I suck.
I don't know. I don't think it's what he planned. I think something happened.
Oh.
What happened, Jacob?
What happened?
It's 5:51 for God's sake. We're going to Calandras tomorrow. Just tell us the truth. What the hell happened?
So I had Snoop Dogg Lay Low instrumental ready.
Oh.
That's what I really wanted to come in with.
Dum.
But my problem was I searched it without clicking on the video and having to add pre-ready. So, you know, when I clicked on it, by the time I got back before break, I had like 15 seconds of ad with 5 seconds left on commercial.
No.
And I was just like, you know what? I got to make a decision.
Clown show!
Too late.
Clown show! Clown
For the record, I just want you to know this, because there are other hosts at this station where this would. I'm just being honest. I'm not the most talented person at the radio station.
Agree.
Well done. But I will tell you this. I am the number one person at this radio station that you could go, Peter, I got no bed, just talk. And I'm not going to freak out. I'll just start talking. So just so you just know, because they'll give you, like Michael Kay might be the best broadcaster at the station. But if you hit him with just a, Michael, go talk, the level of flummoxed and headphone flying and screen breaking.
I've been there panicking where I'm meant to talk to either you or Don in your ear, and then Michael.
You went to talk to Michael, and then he goes, "What's happening?"
Exactly, and then it just derails.
Why?
everything.
What's happening? I don't understand this. Whereas, Michael can. He's one of the great talk shows I've ever heard in my life. But if he's like Ron Burgundy, if something goes off, he gets very flummoxed.
But also, what was worrying me because I see Anthony, who was a guy that's not usually on the board, was creeping over, looking at the board, worrying. That had me a little.
That
worried.
made you nervous.
I was like, you know what? Let me come in and do my job before this guy loses his mind.
Speaking of Michael K, do you guys find it interesting that today is Ebro's birthday? Do you guys find it interesting?
Ebro's.
That's Ebro's to you and me. Do you find it interesting when I saw Ebro today at 8 a.m.? We went on the air on the Ebro Laura Rosenberg show, which you can subscribe to on YouTube. It's a great listen live every
Laura
morning.
Rosenberg?
Ebro Laura Rosenberg.
That's right.
No, it's 3 different people.
I know.
It's the Laura Rosenberg show. And we do go live every day at 8 o'clock. And Ebro starts the show by going, hey, you know who I got my first birthday wish from this morning? Michael K. And I wrote him, and Ebro said he wrote him back and said, like, thanks, kind of like, why or how do you know it's my birthday? He said, how do you know it's my birthday? And Michael said, birthdays are very important to me, or something like that. Well, what's going on here? I mean, first of all, how did he know at that time? Like, why would he have known at 7 a.m. it was Ebro's birthday?
Well, him and Kenny have that game.
But
where they try to beat each other. I guess Michael takes it to another level and does it to everybody he knows.
Even when it's not your birthday. I mean, Michael's birthday is Groundhog Day. And Ebro's birthday is St. Patrick's Day. But how did he know? And then the next question is, what does Michael believe Ebro can do for him? That's the question. Like, is he trying to get a laptop?
Seriously?
A laptop?
Yeah, Apple.
I mean, that's not a bad.
I mean, Ebro, Ebro's you heard his voice on the Super Bowl halftime for Apple. He just hosted the 50th anniversary for Apple at Grand Central Station with Alicia Keys. I saw pictures of him hobnobbing with Tim Apple, a.k.a. Tim Cook. So my point is, Alan, I love Michael. He's a great guy. But a 7 a.m. birthday wish to someone who he's met, I think, one time, to me suggests he's trying to get something out of it. What is he trying to get?
Just trying to win.
Just win, right? Just surround yourself with more cool people. Add to your collection of good contacts.
Right? No?
I think it's a great point.
It's either that or I just think he knew that you were going probably live with your show probably like in the next hour after that.
But that wouldn't change. How would he know? Because, like, it wasn't someone that he followed. Like, it doesn't make sense that he would have known it at that time. Ebro was like, do you think he put it in his iCalendar? I was like, he doesn't know how to put birthdays in the iCalendar.
Yeah, but sometimes when you wish somebody like a happy birthday one year, it usually pops up with that birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, could do that.
So that could possibly be it.
And we know Michael keeps score like that.
Why would you? Why would you?
So you're saying...
Don't.
What?
No, I see what you're doing.
What am I doing?
No, not you. Jake wanted to... Jake pointed out, like, it really wasn't in his, good heart.
No.
It was something else.
Well, we know that. We know it wasn't in the good of his heart.
Why not? Why couldn't it be in the good
Because Michael's rooting for him.
Okay.
Jacob, do you get a text on your birthday?
For Michael, no. He also did a birthday shout out with everybody who shared the same birthday as me. And then Ray said it off air, like, Michael, you forgot somebody jokingly. Like, Jacob's kind of mad at you.
And did he include you after that?
Not on air, but he did wish me happy birthday off air. So,
okay. Well, sorry.
Wait, but that doesn't carry the
same
weight,
that doesn't mean anything.
No.
Anthony, do you get a K text on your birthday?
I believe so.
Okay, just checking. I just want to make sure everybody's getting it.
I believe so.
Peter, how about you?
Well, listen, we can't talk about Peter because we all forgot.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
No, that was unspeakable. What happened to me? I didn't get a birthday shout out from the ESPN New York channel.
That was very troubling.
They took off that week. Anthony took off that week. It was me and like 5 characters of producers.
I got nothing.
We all looked and said, "What's a good week to take off?" How about Peter's birthday week?
No, not a post.
That worked.
Not from our show account, not from the station account.
Nothing.
Now, thankfully, 46 was a nothing birthday. But if that had happened on like
You
50.
got eggs.
Eggs. Yeah, that's just not what you want. You know what I mean? It makes the people ask the question. Tournament update brought to you by Schweppes. The first 4 starts tonight in Dayton like you dream
does.
about.
Oh, what's the matchups? Let's hear it.
Well, how about this? One of the most magical underdog teams of all time, UMBC, facing Howard. Wow, that is a real battle of the DMV.
All right.
Now, I don't quite consider Baltimore the DMV, but you get the idea. UMBC and Howard to determine the 16 seed in the Midwest. That's at 6:40. Followed by Texas and NC State to determine the 11 seed in the West. I still think that, like, the 11 seed plays their way in has always been dumb to me. It's got to be 16 and 15. Like, if you're not there, you're not there. I don't care what reasons you're not there for. You shouldn't be playing for the 11. I don't get it.
It doesn't make sense. If you are in the first 4, it should be for the 15th or the 16th
That's it.
seed.
That's all it's got to be. Anyways, that's your tournament update brought to you by Schweppes. Schweppes delivers above-the-rim refreshment. Feel the madness and refresh your game with the Schweppes Seltzer or Schweppes Ginger Ale. To David, Tessa, Jay, Matt, and Gil, we will get to all of you. Apologies that we didn't get to you here and we rambled about Ebro's birthday and Michael K. instead. ENN is next. Then you guys will start us off for the last call crew as we get you ready for Knicks basketball, WBC baseball. Tomorrow we're at Calandras. You bet your ace. It's Don Hahn and Rosenberg on ESPN New York.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease the new 2026 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid Preferred with all-wheel drive for $259 for 36 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR financing for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. Then TN 142673. MSRP $37,300. Zero security deposit, 1.9% APR at $28.60 per month per $1,000 financed. Ends 3/31/26.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers. If you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Start spreading the news. New York Yankees baseball is back in the Bronx. Come out to Yankee Stadium on Saturday, April 4th for a Yankee Stadium promotional giveaway tradition. Calendar night. The first 40,000 in attendance will receive a New York Yankees calendar courtesy of MasterCard. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, it's Yankees calendar night on Saturday, April 4th against the Miami Marlins. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night and enjoy the rest of the St. Patrick's Day. I'll catch up with you next week. We've got the Knicks home over at MSG. If you're going to drive into Midtown, definitely want to stick with the west side over the east side of town. FDR just packed both up and down, moving between the Triborough and the Midtown Tunnel. Rough ride in Nassau County, Seaford Oyster Bay southbound over by Wallace Drive. Big crash, only one lane is squeezing by. You're at a standstill there from the LIE. Not so great heading across the Upper East River into Queens over at the Throgs Neck Bridge. Crash mid-span. You're bumper to bumper there from the Bronx side. Still the best of it's the outbound George, southbound Deegan and Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound, packed from the Bronx River Parkway on through. Inbound Georgia, about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels are only about 15 to 20 minutes each. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-568-2790. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-568-2790. That's 800-568-2790. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with, call Big Lou at 800-568-2790.
Put it in the book. This is your radio home for New York Mets baseball. 880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN special report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Peter Rosenberg!
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
How are you?
Pretty good.
I dropped the ball on you today, Alan, by the way. Welcome to ENN.
Drop the ball.
Ray Rowe.
You ever watch YouTube?
Yeah, I feel I did. ENN, by the way, brought to you by Ramsey Mazda tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We never got into the full breakdown of the thing you were so excited about.
Oh, the draft, the way to solve tanking in the NBA.
Yeah,
well,
the Bridges and WBC kind of ended up having so much leg. So many.
You know what?
Is it many legs or much legs? A lot of legs. So we didn't need it.
And that's the good news. When you couldn't get to everything, that means you had a good show. So a topic like that feels evergreen. So I think, back on the table, whether it's tomorrow or Thursday, we can get to it.
Well, I still apologize because I was leading the ship today and I didn't lead us there. But you're right. It'll be useful when we need it. So
yeah,
that's not going anywhere.
It's still there.
Now, the poll, if you're late to the program.
The what?
Later on, earlier today, let me start off actually by saying good evening to myself and Alan. I'm not the most talented person at the radio station.
Agree. It was there.
Good evening to Don.
I suck.
Good evening to Anthony.
Carlin lost gas in Iowa with Courtney.
Sorry?
Just.
Good evening to Don.
How you living? What?
The imagery of Anthony's drop is tough.
I know. And good evening to myself.
Aaron Judge, the judger, the right fielder, number 99, batting second.
The judger.
Judger.
Now, earlier
you couldn't
today.
come up with something better than the judger.
No, that's the old-timey nickname. Now, earlier today, we had talked about, during Talk About It Tuesday, the fact that this was the number 1 seed.
I don't know what Strange, whatever her name was from
not
LSU.
Strange. Well, many people voted, and the results are in, and there's been a switcheroo.
Okay.
The new number 1 seed.
25 a month. Don Hahn and Rosenberg with you until 7.
In your ears, get Optimum famously fast.
And then he just stops. Dead sentence. Deer in headlights.
It does feel right that the Flagey is now 5.
That's a 5 seed?
I feel like it's more like a 10, but I'll deal with it at 5.
That still, to me, is giving off 11 seed, had to play in to get in.
Yeah, it shouldn't be ahead of this.
Right. You think Jarek Jeter would have allowed this?
No. Who's Jarek Jeter?
Jarek. I love Jarek Jeter.
You know what I mean? Or it's ahead of this. Don and I talked about starting a What's Up group chat, and Don and I are the only people in our group.
What's Up?
What's up?
What's Up group?
It's also ahead of this.
Who spoke on the condition of anonymity. Anemone. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo?
Of course I've seen Finding Nemo. What
so
am I,
you know
animal?
the scene.
Which part?
When he says anemone. Because, all right, don't hurt yourself.
I forgot.
It's
I totally
a great
forgot.
Line. Yeah, it's sea anemone.
Finding Nemo also makes me cry. They all do.
Yeah, yes.
All the kids.
Oh, at the end. Oh, my goodness.
All the kids' movies making me cry.
They know what they're doing.
Man, yesterday, when I was leaving, my my wave goodbye was for Maya was.
If you ever get her to do the bye bye dada whatever, if you can record it,
oh, believe me, I will
save it forever.
It's everything. I save a lot.
Yeah.
You weren't paying attention yesterday when I was telling Don. Like I know for a fact, I know you very well, and you were on your phone. You were having a during commercial phone moment, so you didn't notice this. But
during commercial.
Yeah. Not like me during the show. Right. So so I know that you missed it, so I'll repeat it for you.
Okay.
But just this week, for whatever reason, I tried it several times over the course of the first year.
Okay.
Just this week, me giving Maya like the raspberry on her belly, on her belly. All of a sudden, I tried it this week, and it is now the funniest thing that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
She
tremendous
freaks. She thinks it's so funny, and it tickles her. So she pushes me. She's grabbing my glasses. She just thinks it is the cat's pajamas, and we
love it.
We've been having we've been trying out different people to potentially be someone to help with Maya.
Okay,
and we have someone that we think we really like. And she's now been with her 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
And so yesterday when I'm getting
not Ballard.
Respectfully. No, listen, respectfully, Ballard's a great stepdad to two teenage daughters.
Okay.
Like 13 or maybe 11 and 14, something like that.
Wow. All right, that's a wheelhouse age right there, man.
Well,
wow.
when he came along, they were like 8 and 10 or something like that.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah.
So no, I actually never realized that Ballard was the perfect stepdad until he became stepdad. But like he had never had a particular. I'm really giving his personal business out here. But he had never like really talked about like, oh my God, I want kids so bad. But he also was great with kids. So he's the perfect.
And that's a tough. That's an age where it's like but you said 8. Like that's all right.
They were elementary school when he got there.
Once they get to tween, if you're not there before tween,
that could be trouble.
A challenge. So because that's that age that man like that's the toughest.
You might be cooked. Anyways,
it could be over for you.
I say all of that to say. Not that I wouldn't trust him to watch Maya, but no, Ballard is not who we were auditioning.
Okay.
And when I left the other day, though, she's playing with this lovely woman, and they're like, oh, say goodbye to your dad. And she looks up, Maya's being held by her, and she just smiles and gives me the biggest wave. Oh, man, that hit right there.
Play it, Anthony.
Shh. No, don't do it. Please.
I loved her first. I held her first.
Yeah.
I'm gun shy now. The last time I did this and said, I don't know if we ever have a song for sons. That's when that all.
What?
Yeah, then that happened. And that was and that was the last time it was funny.
Went off the cliff. Great point.
Now here's the question: should there have been now that the storm has settled? Should there be more drops from that moment, or was this really just the drop?
How you living? What?
Everybody knows then.
Is that enough?
Think about it this way.
No. There's the one of with you or Don singing that sends Rick into Rick can't handle it.
They love that drop. DNR have claimed that drop as their own.
Yeah.
They love that one.
Of Don singing while I'm arguing with him.
Yes. But remember,
it's when you both pretty much just went full lunatic, and you never go full lunatic.
You never want to go full
dead.
lunatic. Yeah.
That's the only drop we have from that. You called him Pouty Boy, and it was never cut.
Okay, what does that even mean? Pouty boy?
You said keep pouting, Pouty boy.
But what is that? What?
No, hip-hop's not metal. Do you know how much hip-hop has surpassed metal? It doesn't work.
I don't even remember that happening.
I know. I called him Pouty Boy. He went, I'll smack your face dead.
And the only thing we got out of it, so guess what? When those types of moments happen, you have one moment, and everybody else has to pass it down to the other generation.
We also have a nice back pedal. Your hamstrings must be pretty good after that.
Yeah.
That was from that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I don't even remember that was from that one.
Yeah, that was there, too. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad moment, too. And that's why Don, why else Don felt really bad? That was, like, just post. That's Ape Vape era Jace.
He was comfortable again.
Like, I was not a Vape Ape. Did I say Ape Vape? I was Vape Ape Jace at that point. I was not doing great.
Weren't you in Toronto?
I was in Toronto, and I'm a few months removed from Vape Ape. But I still was not good. I was doing digital coverage of the NBA Finals for the network, for ESPN. So it was a great opportunity, great experience. One of the most epic suites I've ever been in. I mean, the pregame was a lot of fun. Like we did the hoop streams, and that was a lot of fun. And then afterwards, I went to the ESPN suite that we had, and I've never seen more ESPN talent like jammed into one suite than in the NBA Finals. It was crazy. But I wasn't doing good, and Don threatened to smack my face dead. Not just smack your face, Alan, but smack it dead?
Smack it dead.
It's not what you want. Now, tomorrow, faces won't be smacked dead because Don, sadly, won't be with us. But me, Alan, Ken Danico, and Rick DiPietro.
Wow.
That's Ken Danico, the Stanley Cup champ.
Cup champion, Ken Danico.
And Stanley Cup champion Rick DiPietro.
Number one pick, Rick DiPietro.
Oh, not Stanley Cup champion, though.
Number one pick.
Okay.
Olympian.
Olympian. There you go. Olympian.
Olympian.
No, we're going to have a great time.
Beanpot champion, I believe.
There you go.
All right, Anthony? Beanpot?
That sounds right.
Yeah, I think he's got a beanpot in his pocket.
Rick is going to be we'll have Danico on the show with us at 3, but then he'll come back for the watch party. Rick is going to join us for ENN at 6 o'clock. Then he's going to hang out. It's going to be a great time. So book your table at 973-226-8889. Hang out with us tomorrow at Calandras. It's going to be great. All right. Draymond Green was on the Draymond Green show.
Oh.
How do you get that?
Rare.
His
That's
producer.
a good get.
No, it was booked by his producer, Anthony Pusick. A lot of people don't know
Honestly, that's about the level of guest I can acquire.
That's a really good
You
get.
suck, Pusick.
I got Don today on the Don Hahn and Rosenberg show, didn't I?
He booked Don today, and he booked Draymond for Draymond.
You got a Don LaGreca call in.
Here's Draymond talking about there's not enough talent in this league for an expansion.
I just really worry that there's not enough talent to add 30 more spots. I mean, you look at some of these teams around the NBA, and you don't know half the guys' name who take the NBA floor. I just don't remember being that way when I was growing up. And so I just think the talent pool is going to get watered down more and more from a basketball standpoint, and it already hasn't been that great.
You know, I hate to say it, he's right. I believe I said this the other day. It's really going to water down the league. It's going to add 2 more teams now to the tanking thing. And that's why tanking wasn't as big a thing in the past also, because at one point you had 24 teams. Like there was no incentive to tank because you really did have a shot. But now it's so many teams, it's just a lot harder. And he's right. I just don't know how you distribute the high-level talent. Every team needs one elite player. I just don't know if you can find that. And that's going to make it more difficult until, of course, these teams do what they do, which is go into the draft and try to rebuild through the draft. Now, the NHL was able to do it pretty famously because Vegas and Seattle were very competitive right out of the gate. So I don't know if there's just more talented hockey players available, or is it that older players stick around longer in the NHL than they do in the NBA?
3 hours ago, by the way, Team USA arrived for the WBC.
Yep.
All wearing different U.S. Olympic men's hockey jerseys.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it would have been even cooler before Canada as opposed to Venezuela.
But what did they wear before? Didn't they do something similar before Canada?
Did they do the jerseys twice? The hockey jerseys?
Oh, did they? Oh, no, they had Jack Hughes do a video.
Oh, that's
Remember?
right.
Yeah. Then they had a Navy SEAL.
Judge has the Matthews. That makes sense.
Tell the story of how they got Bin Laden.
Yeah, that's right. The old military warfare story to get you ready for the base, to get you ready with your huge rival in baseball, Canada.
Right, because that physical confrontation you're going to have. Here's a great story about persevering
against one of our historic enemies, Canada. You guys go head to head. What jersey was Judge wearing? Austin Matthews?
He was wearing Matthews for the captain. That makes sense.
Captain of the U.S. hockey.
I think Harper was wearing Kachuk.
That feels appropriate too.
Yeah, that's
that lines up.
Yeah.
Let's hear from Kevin Durant. Contemplating his role.
I don't know. I think we just got to convert. Maybe I got to just get out the way, get in the corner, space the floor out for other guys. And I think just that when I get the ball against certain teams, they just going to settle out and just say, we're just going to double and play a little zone behind it and see what happens. And if we give open shots, that's cool. But maybe I just need to get out the way, be honest. Set screens, be ready to catch and shoot. Just space the floor out for my teammates, It's been happening throughout the season, but, I'm starting to figure out I think I just need to get out the way and let other guys dribble the ball.
Well, they're struggling. The Rockets are not playing well. Not as well as they did early in the season. So it's. I'm wondering if he's feeling a way about what's happening with that offense right now.
Well, he last night in the game prior to this, he was double teamed in the second half, scored 2 points, and had 6 turnovers. So they were able to solve him completely.
Mm-hmm.
This is the key to aging, though, in the NBA, man. You gotta the adapting thing. That is literally what the kids won't remember. I'll give you 2 examples that stand out to me the most. What the kids won't remember is like Jordan developing the fadeaway, because the first half of Jordan's career, while he was certainly could be a jump shooter, obviously going to the basket and doing all the crazy up and under stuff that he's famous for was such a huge part of his game. And in the second half of his career, MJ basically became completely lights out as a jump shooter, including that impossible fadeaway.
Post-up guard, too.
And then that post-up guard, too.
Like Kobe did. Kobe did that.
Kobe literally took it right from Michael's arsenal. And how about the other one? The other example, real quick, Alan, that I always thought of, too.
Who's that?
Well, this is going to be right up your alley. Was Patrick. Patrick being able to develop that baseline jumper from 18, 19 feet.
Yep.
You know, when he didn't have the same agility anymore. That's what allows you to continue, because most people aren't going to be LeBron, where they physically basically stay the same to their 40. And he's adapted too.
And on that topic, right, like LeBron is starting to see, as we were talking about, were the Lakers better without him, because, you know, the numbers defensively tell you that they're just a terrible team when he's on the floor. He was out, and he was seeing all this and realizing he's probably going to have to become something he's never been in his career, maybe in his life. A role player. And what do role players do? Dive for loose balls, get every rebound, hustle plays.
Well, bad news. He already said that LeBron already said that after he broke his skin open diving for that loose ball, that was the last one.
He's never going to dive again. Yeah, I know. I saw that.
That did look brutal.
It was a big play, though. He had to do it.
Big. He game on the line in an important matchup, and he got it done.
But I'm just, again, I just think that's what he's going to have to become, a spot-up shooter. And he's not really great at spot-up shooting threes, but, you know, that's what LeBron has to be with Luka until he moves on to Cleveland, which it's the worst-kept secret in the league. But in his final days with the Lakers, I think that I'm curious to see if he's willing to buy into that role.
We shall see.
Yep.
Mel Kiper Jr. was on DNR earlier.
Before you do that, can I give a little a breaking news?
Is it real?
Well, it's not breaking because it broke already, but it's just an update on something regarding tonight's game between the Knicks and the Pacers.
I would love to get this.
Full coverage beginning at 7 o'clock here on ESPN New York. Jalen Brunson is not in the lineup tonight.
Clown show! Clown
no.
show! Clown
That's
show!
not a clown show.
Bing bong!
It's not that either, though.
Not really bing bong.
It's somewhere between.
That's what it is. Yeah, that right there.
It's somewhere between clown show.
Brunson is out of he was listed as doubtful, so the feeling was it was going to happen, but he's it's right ankle injury management.
Why?
And so he's out. The slow starts this team has had lately, it's going to be a challenge without a guy that can create for himself like JB. He's one of the leading scorers in the NBA in the first quarter. So Jose Alvarado will start in his place.
This is a little bit troubling.
Okay.
Seeing now from TMZ, Shia LaBeouf seen in his underwear in an Italian hotel lobby begging for a light.
Is he just losing his mind?
Doesn't seem great. Does not seem great. I'm looking at him right now. He's confirmed in his boxers, cigarette in his mouth in the lobby, asking for a light. It's just that's not what you want. That's. You ever follow my rap beef with Shia LaBeouf? Go on the Google machine sometime.
I might. I'll try it.
See do some Googling.
Okay.
See what happened when Peter Rosenberg and Shia. But needless to say, I won the war. No, I actually feel bad saying that. I like him a lot. I don't know what's going on with him. Okay, Mel Kiper Jr. was on DNR, and I know you got to go in a second, Alan. But Mel Kiper Jr. was on DNR, and he was asked about why Caleb Downs to the Giants at number 5 could be very real.
Well, I thought about Styles. I mean, Styles was the one, but you had McFadden. You're bringing him back. You got Edmonds. I thought Styles would be a guy would be a good fit here, but you go through that and you say, okay, when you look at what Downs can do, he's so versatile. He's so instinctive. He's such an alpha. He's such a great leader. He raised. I mean, what he did at Alabama as a true freshman for Nick Saban was pretty amazing. And then he goes to Ohio State, 2 years, different defensive coordinators. Matt Patricia this past year plays at a super high level. He's extraordinary when you watch him. So couldn't any defense utilize a guy like that or want a guy like that, particularly John Harbaugh, who saw what Kyle Hamilton did to that defense and brought to that defense. So that's why I went ultimately with Downs. I considered Styles.
Does it do any movement for you there?
No.
How about Ty Simpson at 16? What does that do for you?
Yeah, Ty Simpson at 16.
Now we can talk.
Well, the team would be the Rams at 13, and I've been told. I talked to people in the league. Hey, Rams are trying to win now. They want. This is Matthew Stafford's team, and Matthew. They try to get year after year. Keep bring him back. Let's bring Matthew back and get him another year, and that's about a Super Bowl, right? He already won one. Matthew Stafford did. They want to try to win another one, obviously, with Matthew Stafford. And the way you do that is not by drafting his heir apparent, right? So you go out and you help this football team in other ways, and you get maybe a Jordan Tyson, wide receiver from Arizona State, to help Matthew Stafford. Well, so that's the debate there. But if he gets to 16, what do the Jets do? People say, well, wait till next year and get Arch or Dante. And I know it's been talking about, does Arch want to be a Jet? Is that going to be a problem? And will they be picking? The pick from the Cowboys, where's that going to be? Where's the Colt pick going to be? Where's their pick going to be? But Geno is going to win enough games, not be picking 1-2. There's no guarantee you're going to be in a position next year to get one of those elite quarterbacks.
It's very, like I'm telling you, like the more this is setting up, the more I'm really starting to fall into the belief that if Ty Simpson is there at 16, I do think the Jets take him, because that feels like what they want to do. They got a guy for right now, the bridge guy in Geno Smith. They bring in a Carson Wentz because he knows the system and it's comfortable with the OC, and there's your veteran backup in case things go wrong with Geno. And then if things go really disastrously wrong, you have your first-round quarterback. It's almost the same script as the Giants last year, right?
Pretty much.
I just think that feels like what they probably do, because it allows them to have their quarterback of the future that everyone believes is going to be good at some point. He's not experienced enough in the college game. He's not developed enough yet without that feeling of we've got to play him right away because Geno Smith becomes your quarterback one. It just sets up in this notion of get your quarterback in the next draft. Well, if things go terribly wrong, you'll probably be in position to get a quarterback in the next draft, and we've seen it before. You can always then say, well, we got Ty Simpson last year. It doesn't mean we can't take one at 1, 2, or 3 if we're that bad. I just think that's really going to happen.
That bad.
Did I do it again?
No, you didn't. Denver Broncos went out and got Jalen Waddle from the Dolphins. I swear to God, Jalen Waddle to the Broncos from the Dolphins sounds like something that's like already happened.
It also sounds like something from 2021.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We just said the same thing. Doesn't it feel
but
like...
I mean, like, it sounds like news from then.
Yeah, like...
Now, like, as it is bigger news. I am running across
all right,
the
bye.
street
We
to
love
MSG.
you. So long.
See you on MSG. See you guys tomorrow at Calandras.
We look forward to it, buddy. Calandras, Alan will be back. The Eagles and Hollywood Brown agree to a 1-year deal. I can see that being interesting.
It's not nothing.
It's not nothing. He's a good, like, listen, we talked about the pieces, the names that the Giants added as like a 3rd and 4th receiver.
Yeah.
I think Hollywood Brown's a sexier choice than both. No?
Well, what was the number on that? $6.5
It's $6.5 million.
So what it is what the Giants have done is they have tried to get a bargain.
Correct.
For Calvin Austin, for Darnell Mooney, and at the expense of losing Wan'Dale Robinson, try and build out your roster while also being under the constraints of whatever cap situation you have. Eagles, of course, don't have that because Howie Roseman's a genius.
I saw a video of my man from who's my man from the Big Football podcast on Barstool?
Big Cat?
No.
Big Football podcast on Barstool.
Who's the guy?
Are you talking about Bussin' with the Boys?
Yes.
Oh, Lawan and the reason they're not on it anymore.
They're not on Barstool.
They do. They're your friends with FanDuel, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, Taylor Lewan and
Taylor. I saw Taylor talking. He's a former
Will
Titan.
Compton.
He's a Titan, right? Taylor was a Titan.
Former
Titan.
Current Raven.
I think he's a Ram now.
Charger now.
He's also retired.
No, he was celebrating Wan'Dale Robinson like they had signed Art Monk. It was.
You got to listen for a fan base that could use a big super fan. Taylor Lewan is that.
No,
guy.
I'm glad they have him. God bless. You deserve it. And I'm not saying Wan'Dale Robinson's not a decent player, but listen. The whole thing about free agency is one man's trash, another man's treasure. That's the whole deal.
The whole Giants, Jets,
Tennessee,
formers to Tennessee is interesting.
Well, when you add up the amount of trash, I don't mean the people. I mean the franchises.
Correct.
The Tennessee Titans and the recent New York Giants and Jets, you combine those three, it's like horse manure, dog manure, and pig slop.
You got something special.
Yeah, that is a brew right there. And that's what you have in Tennessee. By the way, I mentioned earlier how much I love storylines. Let that somehow turn out to be a magical storyline. You took trash, and turned it into treasure.
Well, because by the way, who does that look bad to? Like if you get the players that you wanted to bring in, and now they're successful in Tennessee, who does that look bad?
The Giants and the Jets.
Right.
Nightmare. It would be great for us. Last thing here today for ENN, Aiden Holloway of Alabama's basketball program. He was found to have 2.1 pounds of marijuana in his apartment when he was arrested on a felony drug possession charge Monday morning.
Seems like a lot.
2 pounds. This isn't like I'm moving a little bit of, I sold a dime bag at Clixie's. This is cartel-ish. What are we doing?
He went to practice.
Well,
now, he got released.
Well, now he's been removed from campus.
I would imagine.
And he's not with the team. So, not a great situation. That'll do it for ENN. Brought to you by our friends over at Ramsey Mazda. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda. Like a new 2026 CX-50 or the CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. David, Tessa, Gill, and everyone on hold at 1-800-919-3776. We'll talk to you guys next in the Last Call crew. Anyone else who wants to get in on anything, including, let me just put this out there because in months I haven't gotten a chance to do this. If you also want to talk about the Roman Reigns CM Punk of it all from last night, not to mention, hold on, the Obafemi Brock Lesnar of it all. I'm just saying.
I mean, listen, I know it's a couple of nights removed. The Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes thing.
And the Randy, by the way, it's a week with like 2 or 3, really fun wrestling things to talk about as well. So phone lines are open. Talk to you next the rest of the way right here on DHR.
Hi, this is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates, the injury firm. I've talked about how a construction accident took my father's leg. The heavy prosthetic he wore looked nothing like the high-tech limbs we have today. It was crude wood and metal, held together by bolts that dug into his skin and left painful ulcers. But the thing I remember about my dad is how he never complained. He put on his prosthetic leg and he went to work. He coached my baseball teams, danced, sang karaoke, and even loved to travel. He may have limped, but he always held his head up high and he lived with dignity. At D'Agostino & Associates, I spent over 35 years building a law firm that helps accident victims and those in need of their Social Security disability benefits. We fight till our clients get the money and dignity they deserve. So call us today at 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. We have offices throughout New York and New Jersey. So don't tell me personal injuries aren't personal. I know what they can cost a family. I've been there, and I'll be there for you. D'Agostino Law. Bite back.
There's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-90 Turbo Select with all-wheel drive for $279 for 36 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN T1362010. MSRP $40,680. Zero security deposit. 1.9% APR at $28.60 per month per $1,000 finance, ends 3/31/26.
$25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. $25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Right now, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. these bonus bets are only available for a limited time. Just visit FanDuel.com/local to learn more. Right now, FanDuel is dropping bonus bets into everyone's account for the tournament. All you have to do is opt in to claim your bonus. Use them on your bracket picks, money lines, spreads, totals, game props, or even same-game parlays. But don't wait. These bonus bets are only available for a limited time. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Max bonus $500 unless otherwise specified. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Okay. 25 a month? At first I there it is. He got it. Oh. And this is a good one. It's one of those songs where like, the song itself isn't that memorable, but the beat is so memorable. And I have to say, you guys, of course, remember the great Robin Lundberg, who used to be on our airs here on ESPN. Robin, known for a hot take.
Oh, I saw you do this.
This was yesterday. I don't know if you saw us moving around yesterday, Jacob. There was a One's Gotta Go.
No, I didn't see it. Which one?
There was a One's Gotta Go that Genius did. One Producer's Gotta Go. Dre, Pharrell, Kanye, or Timbaland. And Robin Lundberg, God bless him, in the most hot takey thing I think imaginable, responded, Dr. Dre.
Oh, no.
I was like, I know what you're doing. I love you. I know what you're doing. It cannot be Dre. You simply cannot do it. He had a response to me of what his logic was. Like he wasn't talking about full bodies of work or something, but more like tracks they'd done or something.
Okay.
But still, I'm like, but you just can't remove.
Because how much influence he has from NWA to
it's
Death Row and
it's just too much.
Even Aftermath.
He did all of Doggy Style. That's all. I can't. You can't.
For me, it's either Kanye or Pharrell. Like that. Has
oh really?
to
me, it would be Timbaland.
It's crazy because it's probably like the late 90s with Timbaland and like Jay-Z that I was like all in on. I don't know if I could like just flat out just take it
Well,
on.
listen, I don't want to take any of them out. This is how one's got to go works. You have to get one out.
I'd probably go Pharrell just being
Pharrell?
based off because Kanye producing wise, especially that late 90s, early 2000s from like the young Dipset to Jay-Z and stuff like that. I can't turn my back on that.
I understand you. But Pharrell is
polos and backpacks. Come on,
but Pharrell's got too much. I'm sorry. Tessa's been on hold for a long time. Let's go to Tessa. Hey, Tessa.
Hey, Peter. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it.
Of course. What do you got?
If I may, I have just two comments. One about Bridges and one about the WBC. So with Bridges, everybody knows I'm not a Knicks fan, but everybody knows I'm a maniac as a sports fan, and I played ball, so I do enjoy watching the Knicks. Do you think it's a chance maybe he is injured but just holding it close to the chest? And what I mean by that is that, like, maybe he just doesn't want to say anything, because I even get frustrated looking at him play sometime, and I'm not even a fan, because I feel like if he was hiding an injury, why wouldn't he want to say that? Because then at least maybe Knicks fans could look at him like, well, he's trying to play through it, this and the third. Or, Peter, could it just be maybe a mental block? Maybe this guy really don't want to be here anymore, but he knows he's locked in, he has to stay. Because, you signed the extension. Like, I don't know what it is, but it definitely is something going on. And it could be an injury, and it could be maybe a combination of he really don't want to be here. Maybe it is too much for him. Maybe the media, the bright light, but he definitely doesn't play like how Brunson plays, Hart plays, and even when Cat, plays how he's supposed to play, he just looks like the odd man out. Like, he looks like the peg that's not going to fit in the puzzle piece. You know what I mean? Like, he just looks, I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
I feel bad for Knicks fans.
Nah, I feel you 100%, Tessa. Tessa, how are you feeling? Real quick one. I know this is not easy for you when it's about the Giants. How are you feeling leading towards the draft right now?
Listen, I'm actually excited because in my mind, like, the clip you played earlier, I'm like, oh, my God, who are we going to pick? Downs, Styles? Like, I'm actually excited, and I think we're going in with a good – because I know Shane's not going to really have no control. I guess that's what I could be honest with you and say. I know it's going to be all Harbaugh, so I'm actually really excited, Peter. I don't know, like, I'm just out of my mind right now, and I haven't been this happy, Peter, in years, and you know that. I just have not been this happy and just – optimistic.
Did you hear?
Well, last year I was.
Tessa, did you hear? Did you hear yesterday when I was waxing poetic about how exciting it could be for you to have a healthy Malik Neighbors with Jackson Dart? Did you hear that yesterday?
Yes.
Making
and I'm
sure.
just like, Peter, I want to call in laughing and joking, and I want to call in excited. I don't want to call in like a maniac and screaming out top of my lungs again. I can't do it for another billion years. Like, I can't do it no more. I don't have it in me.
It's hard.
So imagine if he is going to be healthy, and just imagine that. All we got to do is get some pieces. But to be honest with you, I do want to get a wide out. I really do, because I feel like we need a strong number two, like a real strong number two, not just pieces that we could throw in there. You know what I mean? We need, because all they're going to do is just double Malik. That's all they got to do.
No, it's true, and that's the one thing. That's the one issue. Thanks for the call, Tessa. That's one of the main issues the Giants have had, is just no depth at wide receiver over the last several years. Let's go to David in the car. What's up, David?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man.
Good. So I'm going to zag on Bridges.
Okay.
I think if you look at Ginobili and Havlicek as guys who were capable of starting as a third option on good teams, obviously, they embraced the six-man role. Mm-hmm. And for the life of me, for as long as Bridges has been here, because he's a multi-tool player, he can kind of do everything if he gets the chance to. And I don't think as a starter he ever gets the chance to do that. So we have the previous caller talking about a bad fit. I think, and I don't know why anybody has not thought of this, why not have him be a sixth man and run the second unit? Get his touches, get the usage rate up, get his confidence up. And for the life of me, I just don't get why that decision has never crossed anybody's mind for as long as he's been there.
It's a very simple, David. It's a very simple point, and I have to imagine it's something that will be on the table at some point here. I mean, that's just how this thing is supposed to go. If you cannot figure out how to get someone to produce the way you want. It doesn't have to be that you take them on the bench. By the way, his whole streak is playing, right? It's not starting. It's games played. So I don't see a world in which at some point that's not going to happen, where they don't start bringing Mikal Bridges in off the bench instead. But it won't be tonight. Jalen Brunson out tonight. Alvarado starting in his place, as Alan said before he left to go to the pregame. We will get every call on the air, 1-800-919-3776, any topic you want in our last segment next to close things out. And don't forget, tomorrow we're at Calandra's. We're so excited about that. Don is not going to be able to be there, so instead we have Ken Danico and Rick DiPietro to fill in for Don. That's Calandra's Italian Village. Such incredible baked goods, food, everything, sandwiches. They have a bar. It's going to be a time. 973-226-8889. Calandra's Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey, starting at 3 p.m. We look so forward to that, but we'll close out with your calls next, right here on Hahn and Rosenberg.
Join ESPN New York for a huge rivalry night at the Calandra's Italian Village in Caldwell, New Jersey. Come hang and watch the game with Rick DiPietro, Devils legend Ken Danico, Alan Hahn, and Peter Rosenberg. It's going to be a big Devils-Rangers watch party tomorrow night. Join the guys starting at 3 p.m. for a special happy hour and broadcast. Then stick around for the 7 p.m. puck drop with big screens, great food, and the best fans in hockey all under one roof. Reservations are recommended. Brought to you by Calandra's Italian Village.
New year, new season, same goal. Feel good and stay in the game. But if neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica is holding you back, it's time to handle it. I'm Bart Scott, and I'm telling you to call Dr. J. Shaw at Soundwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he specializes in getting people back to living pain-free. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided treatments that work. Same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Stop playing through pain. Go to SoundwellPain.com. Relief starts today.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
Hey fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, April 17th when the Yankees host the Royals and be ready to receive a Yankees promotional giveaway that has become a fan favorite. It's Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees hockey jersey. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Royals for Yankees Hockey Jersey Night, presented by StubHub on Friday, April 17th. Visit Yankees.com/tickets today.
50 years from now, will jeans be wide or skinny? Will email still exist? Will guac still be extra? One thing is certain. If you won the new Millionaire for Life from the New Jersey Lottery today, you'd still be getting $1 million every year for life. That's enough money to say, bring it on, the future. I will have that guacamole at any price.
Play the new Millionaire for Life today. Anything can happen in Jersey. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or somebody knows a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So stream like you're courtside with NBA League Pass. Your ticket to all the action. Watch your favorite team shine and catch the league's brightest stars and rising stars at the same time with multi-view on your favorite devices. From the plays you can't believe to the most live games and the drama that comes with it. If it happens on the court, it's happening on NBA League Pass.
Only select out-of-market games available. Blackout restrictions apply. Additional charges and other conditions may apply. Visit NBA.com/subscriber agreement for full terms and conditions.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is a prime Timberland production for sure. He's got tons. I mean, he's one of the greats of all time. There's no question. But if I was forced to choose, I think I end up removing him from those four, which I'm sure would offend him. But I don't want to remove any of them. That's how one's got to go. Works, right? Have you guys watched the clip moving around from Gil Arenas' show of Kenyon Martin going off on the guy who worked on the show?
I recently ran into it during the break. I didn't get to watch it because it's like a 7-minute video. So
It's very compelling television, though. I'm not going to lie to you.
I'm super confused, though, because he apologized to him off screen. So, I mean,
so what he said, what Kenyon Martin explained was, apparently this guy who works on the show, by the way, I'm not in on the Gil Arenas' universe, so I don't know. I guess Kenyon's a regular?
Yeah, he's a regular on the show. Him, I think Rashad, Brandon Jennings, and Nick Young, they're all regulars on the show.
I mean, with the exception of, those are, listen, Kenyon Martin's on one level. Rashad McCants, it's a random array.
All due respect.
Yeah. With all due respect to Nick Young and Rashad McCants. But anyways, basically this guy who works on the show was on another show and really said some nasty things about Kenyon Martin having a speech impediment.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's nasty, too. He plays it back. It's nasty work, what he says. It's, really mean.
Like the audio word by word? Oh my.
The audio of what he actually said, because Kenyon Martin plays it. He says it. And the guy's like, yeah, but I already apologized to you for this. And Kenyon Martin's like, yeah, but when you came up and said sorry to me, I blew you off because I didn't know what you were apologizing for. Then I saw the video. And then he goes further and is like, and bro, did you or did you not have Thanksgiving at my house twice?
Yeah, that's kind of...
No, you cannot have... Listen, I have said rough things about people I'm friendly with because the thing is about doing radio and television. You end up filling a lot of time and you end up... This week on Ebro Laura Rosenberg, I like Jack Harlow a lot. I really do. And I had to talk about Jack Harlow because he did something dumb this week and you got to talk about it.
Yeah, they was killing him all week.
But I try to be respectful about it, make some jokes, not say something directly nasty. But also you had Thanksgiving with the guy. Anyways, if you get a chance and you're bored and you want to spend 7 minutes watching a Gil Arenas clip, it's very compelling watching Kenyon Martin break this whole thing down. Let's talk to the people to wrap things up here. We'll go to Artie first. Artie, what's up, man?
Hey, thanks for taking the call, guys.
No problem.
If we draft Simpson, I want to see him play. I don't want Carson Wentz. I think, if Geno, is playing and the Jets are not winning games and stuff, do what the Giants did. Put in the guy that they drafted and see if he's the guy. If he's not, then you know you're gonna have to get a quarterback at 27. But for me to get excited that they got Simpson and then have him to sit out the whole year, the reason why it worked for the Chiefs is because they had Alex Smith taking them all the way to the playoffs. If Geno takes us to the playoffs, great. But if he's losing game, if we're eliminated in the middle of the year, why am I going to see Carson Wentz? I want to see Simpson out there. All right, thanks for taking the call.
Thanks, man. I hear you. I think that would be, if they get Ty Simpson, it would be all about the development of that kid and can he play? Would you be benefiting him to play or would it not benefit him? Now, here's the one thing I'll definitely agree with you on. I do not need Carson Wentz on this team. You went out and you got Geno Smith to be your quarterback. They've traded Justin Fields, as we know, to Kansas City. At this point, if you want another quarterback to play, because you can't just have, the way things are these days in the NFL, you are not going to have Geno Smith and a rookie quarterback as your only quarterbacks, because you don't know where the development of, in theory, Ty Simpson would be. But I also don't need it to be Carson Wentz. Like, I just don't. Like, I know there's a connection there. God, do people overstate? Man, the friend...
I can't do Carson Wentz.
The glad-handing and friend thing in the NFL, like, well, they worked together once and they're buddies, so bring in... He stinks. He was the quarterback of my team. I know on Indy he was okay. When you look at the numbers from a few years ago, he was okay. Carson Wentz is kind of weird in the locker room. He doesn't seem to, really last anywhere. He's been on 5 teams in 5 years. You don't need Carson Wentz. By the way, I'm going to throw a name out again. I don't care. I assume the Commanders may keep him. I don't know where he'll go. There are guys like Josh Johnson that you can get to be that second quarterback. You don't need Carson Wentz.
I feel like I heard his name recently.
I'm sure because the Commanders probably couldn't keep. I mean, they picked him up late.
He's a Bengal now.
Is he a Bengal?
He's a Bengal.
He's a Ram.
Not a. I mean, honestly, he might have been all of these things at one point or another. I'll have to look.
Well, I think he's been on 15 teams. Bengals would be new for him. He might be on 16 now. But the thing is, there are guys like that, true journeymen.
Nope, wrong. He was a Bengal in 2013 also.
Sorry, didn't add a new one. So you can add someone like a Josh Johnson, who's played 1,000,000 years and you sign for $1 million. I don't need Carson Wentz. I don't need it.
Isn't it more likely if you're going to go with this Geno? I'm not going to call it an experiment. You're going with Geno. Geno's your starting quarterback. To get a guy like Josh Johnson or one of those veteran journeyman backups that's not going to really fight for the job, and if you're going to draft a quarterback that you believe Frank Reich could turn into something, don't you want him to have somewhat of a shot to be the backup, a la what Jackson Dart was for the New York Giants?
Yeah, no, you do. But you need to have that other one journeyman just in case they're not ready to be
and
that.
It doesn't have to be Carson Wentz.
And it doesn't have to be Carson Wentz. You're talking about a holdover thing. If somehow, God forbid, Geno Smith gets hurt anyway, sorry, they're not winning that many games. So even with Geno, they're not winning that many games. So you don't need it to be another. If you'd gotten Carson Wentz, I would have thought it was stupid, but I would have said you don't need Geno Smith now. So I say it in reverse also. You got Geno Smith. You don't need Carson Wentz. You don't. Let's go to Jimmy in Montclair. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, Peter. Love the show as always. Hey, quick question. Obviously, I know WrestleMania's around the corner and whatnot, and I actually used to go to every WrestleMania, but then I stopped with all these extreme prices. But I don't want to get you in trouble here. Do you ever watch The Competitor? Because that pay-per-view on Sunday was phenomenal.
Of course. Well, MJF is one of my dear friends, and I haven't gotten to watch his bloodbath Texas death match that he had with Hangman yet, but I heard it was fantastic. I saw the disgusting highlight, but I have not yet watched the full match.
The needle, right?
The needle through the cheek. But I did hear it was a sick pay-per-view in general. I'm going to try to get to it, tonight.
Absolutely. You definitely should. The Young Bucks match as well with FTR.
Yeah, no, I've been psyched about that story too. The Young Bucks FTR thing after the Young Bucks after FTR dragged Young Bucks a sibling into it. I thought that was awesome. All for it. No, listen, you have to understand. I love WWE. It's like one of the joys of my life getting to work there. But you are never going to see me be anti any company because wrestling's a really hard business to be a part of. Whether you're a worker who risks your body, the people who the true bloodline of the business, or whether you're a broadcaster who loves it and wants to be a part of it, it's a really hard business to be a part of. And the more places there are to do it, the better the business is for everyone. So I think people who take sides about what one company or another is ridiculous. And everyone in WWE has a ton of friends in AEW and TNA and Ring of Honor because the business is quite small. That's just how it is. All right, I have to admit something, everyone. I lied. I didn't get to Antonio or Gil. I tried my best. I did not make it, but I love you guys. Come to Calandra's tomorrow. We will be there. Really excited for tomorrow. Again, Don is out, but Ken Danico and Rick DiPietro are in. That's Calandra's Italian Village. Going to be great food in Caldwell, New Jersey. Call them right now. Reserve a table, 973-226-8889. And then we're going to hang out after the show and watch the game, have a couple beverages. It's going to be great. And also, guys, don't forget, NYCFC is back at Yankee Stadium for a huge showdown against Inter Miami on Sunday the 22nd. You do not want to miss it. For your chance to be there, enter now at ESPNNewYork.com or through the ESPN New York app. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com/NYCFC. We will see you guys at 3 p.m. from Calandras. Have a wonderful time. Knicks basketball